stroll in my woods. Like they maybe made stacking a little worse. It's gone from like 40% to 30% for the person who stacks it. That's not a whole lot anyway, but like shards come at 20 minutes, and on average we're looking like that's like 60% of the game already complete. So everything before these shards that you can buy, people are gonna play the exact same way, essentially.
Yeah.
And there wasn't like super big significant like buffs or nerfs to a lot of the heroes. Maybe Sven, he's the one who got hurt the most, I want to say, but other than that, like everything else is kind of playable, like bench drafts and Sven, essentially. We're probably going to see the very similar gameplay in the early game, especially since these teams haven't really had a chance to change any of that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Now, having a look at a couple of the heroes which have been picked up so far, I think this DP is probably the most expected one for me. This hero seems pretty intense. Spirit Siphon now has the ability to steal armor, I believe. You know, I should really get the patch updates up, ready to go.
That's a very good idea. Off the top of my head, I can tell you, not only does it remove their armor, it's like by 0.75, but you gain it, and if it's like full duration, you'll gain like 5 armor for some time, right? But then again, like that Siphon needs to last the whole time. And one of the problems with DP is that she got her movement speed increased, but her slow on Siphon is gone now, which means your position 4s who gank for you, or like other heroes who want to gank for you, are going to have a harder time being able to land their skills and catching up to that target. Now, you won't have a problem chasing these heroes down, but your teammates will. So in that way, I think DP got slightly nerfed in terms of like setting her allies up, but she's still a very strong hero. Now, in terms of the shard, I don't think people are going to buy that right away because it doesn't give you enough. Like for the same price of shard, you can just buy a plate mail, right, which is consistent armor for yourself at least. But later on in the game, we will definitely see the shard. We're gonna see like DP is like one of those heroes who just needs items instead. One shard that's really OP though, I think, is Phoenix. Phoenix is insane. You know how Io, you remember at TI9 where TI9 where Anna just picked Io and then he just bought Aghanims and just farmed the whole map, right? That's what Phoenix pretty much has now on its Fire Spirits. Pretty much infinite Fire Spirits, and for 1400 gold, so it's like kind of like a GPM item for you. Just keep throwing your Fire Spirits on creep waves, on camps and things like that. You're gonna become super fat on this Phoenix. So as soon as you get enough gold, you're probably gonna buy it, or after you finish an item, I expect the Phoenix to be buying this shard.
Yeah, there were some other tweaks to Phoenix, reducing the cooldown of Supernova. Sorry, increasing the cooldown of Supernova by 10 seconds. Just
a bit of nerfs.
Tweaks, yeah, some nerfs across the board. Some mana cost increases as well. But all in all, Phoenix probably feeling pretty lucky to get away with so little in this patch, because this hero's been good for like the entire patch, and now next one, it's looking like we're going to be seeing plenty more Phoenix for the next few months at least.
Yeah, I think it's great for sure, and it's a good combo too. It's like one of Navi's, Mars plus Phoenix. They love playing this. We see an Earth Spirit being picked up by Nigma. Now this is like a 2-hero combo that we see quite a lot: Earth Spirit and DP. Earth Spirit is gonna have a harder time definitely landing a spell since DP can't really slow with the Siphon. GH, some of his muscle memory is gonna have to adjust because of that when he plays with DP Earth Spirit combo. Realizing doesn't slow anymore, but Earth Spirit has a pretty cool shard upgrade actually, which I really liked. Giving you four more boulders and
400 ground vision around each.
Yeah, 400 ground vision, exactly. You know how amazing it is have like any kind of vision, right? So you can just smoke up, you walk into a high ground, you're afraid to just walk in there, or like you're just walking somewhere, you can just throw a boulder now and see like, hey, are there people sitting up there or not? Dewarding, you can deward with it as well. It's really nice.
10 seconds.
Yeah,
so it's a pretty cool shard.
It's very crazy, and this is vision you can't get rid of as well. You can't do anything about it once the rock is there. Like, you can't destroy his rocks, so you just got to sit there, deal with it. It's gonna be there, and they're gonna have vision on that area, whatever you do about it. So yeah, like things like RodjER, things like high ground fights. It's gonna feel very, very strong. So now being picked up, this hero got his overpower cooldown reduced at the earlier levels a slight little bit. His overpower mana cost was also reduced throughout all levels by 10. His Earthshock slow increased very tiny in the early levels, and he also got an Aghanim shard. Fury swipes. Every 6th Fury swipe on a single target causes Ursa to get enraged for 1 second. Again, probably not something we're going to be seeing him prioritize, but maybe picking up later on when he's got money.
Right, later on it's going to be very valuable, but early on probably not that much. We have to understand one thing about shards that people are like really hyped on right now because it's something new. They cost 1,400 gold. I know it's kind of cheap, but then they don't really give you any stats. Right, it just buffs you up. So most of the good shards are ones that like have some significant impact like right away. Or it's like a GPM shard, right, where it helps you farm faster, so you can get to your next items and your late game and such at a pretty decent time.
Yeah,
which some of them. Shadow Demon now. Ooh, we've been seeing a lot of Shadow Demon in the last couple of days. Great save. The Purge is really nice. I think he's a really good hero right now. You can no longer Purge Shadow Poison. That's insane. Like, being able to Purge Shadow Poison did make him a bit weaker, but now like we will see people prioritizing the damage output that you can deal with the Shadow. Just incredible when I saw it. And his shard is allows demonic purge to be cast on allies, continuously dispelling them and healing for its damage values. Does not slow allies. Pretty cool.
Pretty
neat.
You
just put on your. I mean, it really depends on what your enemy heroes are. Obviously, if you're going to throw that on your ally, but we're probably not going to be seeing it being bought.
No, it can't purge
early
Fury
on.
swipes, so yeah, for that reason alone, probably not going to be seeing it, unfortunately. If it could purge Fury swipes, then I'm sure they'd pick it up in an instant, but unfortunately not. But yeah, otherwise the hero pretty unchanged, but always just going to be a strong counter to the Ursa. I mean, Shadow Demon, he loves playing against these single target heroes where you can save the hero who's trying to burst and then try and turn around upon him with the demonic purge. So yeah, going to be a really nice hero. Meanwhile, the Disruptor gets picked up, nothing really changed, a slight talent tweak, and then the Thunderstrike can now be cast on allies. It's kind of an interesting one. Again, probably not valuable enough to pick it up, although maybe, I don't know, it gives you 50% movement speed and 75 attack speed, and then for 1 second every 2 seconds. So, and obviously allows your Thunderstrike to attack. So kind of weird in that way, but it could be all right with an Ursa to throw it on his face. I imagine that's probably going to be quite strong later on in the game if they get to that point, but of course, yeah, probably won't be seeing it on that level 20 mark.
Yeah, one more thing about Shy Demons. It's an amazing matchup against Death Prophet. Death Prophet relies so much on the Yules to keep herself alive. The Purge from the Shadow Demon is going to make the DP not be able to use in that time. So you can actually like commit to the DP, and you don't have to worry about her like healing up while she's Yuled with the Siphon. So you can just like kill her right away. Which is what Navi is looking to do too. And here's a PA pick. PA is one of the heroes that was super popular last patch, and it didn't really get nerfed that much.
5 seconds.
Fade time, Scepter, Blur Evasion went down by 5% pretty much on every level. That's pretty much the biggest nerf that it had. The talents like Phantom Strike, level 15 went from 350 to 300, which is not bad. Level 25 has like a plus 7% coup de grace chance, but that's like, I mean, normally get the triple daggers anyway. And this Aghanim's shard ability, I think, is one of the coolest and so nostalgic for me at least because of Warcraft 3. Fan of Knives. So the PA model in Dota, not Dota, in Warcraft 3 had this ability, right? In the Warcraft 3, like, it's so cool. And the effect is really nice too. It grants Phantom Knives, releases sharp blades around you in a 550 AoE, dealing 12% of enemies max health on impact, and applies a break. You're not going to buy that early, but later on in the game, that's pretty big. Like a 3-second break for 1400 gold, and does 12% of enemies max health. That's pretty nice. Like you can go on the Tide Hunter. You can blink in onto a Tide, you can break him, then you can Abyssal him, and you can just burst him without letting him Ravage, right?
Yeah. Do you think she's gonna get it this game though?
So this game, looking at it, you're playing against Ursa. Why not?
Yeah, it's
right. Late game,
nice later on. Yeah.
I mean, if you buy a late game against Ursa, you can always just like break his passive. He's not gonna be able to get those stacks on you. But definitely like an item that you get much later. You're gonna need your Death Soul, your Battle Fury, your like those are like 3 core items that you have to buy. And then after that, maybe you can decide like, okay, do I want to go for the Abyssal first? Or do I just want to spend 1400 gold to get this break effect plus dealing 12% of enemies' health, max health? That's a lot of damage. 12% is a lot of damage.
It is.
Like anything percentage based. Exactly.
So now we have a Doom picked up from Navi as their final pickup here. Now the Scepter rework is quite interesting, I think. It reduces the cooldown to 100 and applies a break. So again, more breaks, could be seeing that being used onto the Ursa, just completely counts them out in the team fights for sure. Definitely could be an option for them. Also the Aghanims kind of changes Infernal Blade a little bit, increases stun duration, and adds level death to it. If you don't remember level death, then don't Google it. It's too confusing. Just trust me when I say it's a weird old ability which does damage based on what level you are. We're going to forget about that. We're going to move on to the Sand King straight away, which is the final pick from Nigma for Mind Control here. Do you like this hero in this draft?
So they just needed some kind of disable in their team and a little bit more wave shop too, because Ursa and Disruptor don't really have that. I think it's a pretty good draft, pretty good pick here. It does some magic damage against PA. PA kind of hates that. Not the best combo like Earth Spirit plus Sanking in the offlane, but I think Mind Control is going to get really farmed, and he's going to provide what the lineup was lacking pretty much. So just disable and initiation.
Yeah, I think so as well. They just kind of rounds off their team fight, gives them something to play, and gives them some initiation, and gives them some protection as well when they trying to escape or whatever. I like it. I like the Sand King quite a lot. It also gives you magic damage to rip through V-Tune earlier on, which is definitely what you need when you're playing into PA. So overall, I'm a pretty big fan of the Sand King. Also, now an interesting change is Epicenter now uses cast time instead of channel time. What does that mean? Not a whole lot, but it does mean that later on in the game, obviously Sand King's going to buy Blink, and if he wants to upgrade that into an Arcane Blink, that means the channel time, the cast time is really, really short. Like, it is very, very quick now to charge up that Epicenter inside the team fights, which used to be the spell's biggest weakness. So there's a real opportunity here for Sand King to buy that later on in the game. So we might see that, but of course, we talked a lot about the shards. As Steven mentioned at the start, we're unlikely really to see much of them. Possibly the Phoenix is going to go for hers at 20. Possibly we'll see the Earth Spirit going for his at 20, but everybody else probably not. They've probably got some stats items to go for. Iceberg says, tip me Miracle, please. Yeah, Miracle does so.
A few good ones is like Mars. That's another one that we could be seeing. Oh, instant D word coming out here from Navi, big win. I'm not going to be able to get used to this. Like, you start the game off at night.
Yeah.
Like, what? But it's pretty good though. You know why? Because it creates more situations where teams can have like 5v5 engagements. and get caught off guard, and like more chances for first blood before the runes spawn, because you only have like what 800 night vision for most of the heroes. So you're not gonna be able to see. Like, look at General, he's so cautious right now, and they plant a ward here too to be able to see the enemies first on the side of Nigma. This is Mars, and they're like, all right, we're backing off. But it's kind of cool though. It's really cool to get like more fighting earlier into the game, like before the runes even.
Yeah, you have to be really careful going for it as well, and it's also going to be quite difficult to actually predict the lanes as well, because you won't be able to see the heroes as easily. And now RodjER, it's going to jump a little bit by GH, just a decent amount of harassment with that Thunderstrike and with the right clicks from GH on the Earth Spirit. So they're going to be able to at least force out a tango from RodjER. Not much, but still worthwhile, and that's going to be that. But so yeah, I mean, we're less. I think well, I guess it makes us more likely to see some musical lanes coming out. Not in this game. I think in this game everyone's fine and knows where they're going and is happy with it. But in other games where you've got these matchups which you need to dodge, that's going to be
always on a fly.
Yeah,
super dead.
Smash available on GH. He's going to throw it over to the side. Did that even catch onto the Phoenix? I'm not sure. But either way, they're right clicking him down. Phoenix, they should be able to run him down. And with the Burrow Strike, they will finish the job. Mind Control will draw first blood onto ALWAYSWANNAFLY.
Pretty good start for him.
Yeah.
Even if the lane will be a little bit difficult because of the spam from the PA and Phoenix, GH also leaving him later on, that's gonna help him buy a bit more regen, keep himself in the lane.
Yeah, but yeah, GH with a very stylish boulder smash to the side there, just to land it on both the heroes. Love a bit of that. Control, not super tanky here, and ALWAYSWANNAFLY is going to throw down some fire spirits onto the both of them just to get a bit of control back in this bottom lane. But I want to talk to you whilst we've got a minute about these early on items, because I've been watching quite a few pro games. I was up until 4 AM last night just trying to watch some competitive games, seeing what people were doing, what seemed to be working, what wasn't working. And one thing I really noticed is a focus on like these early items, you know, trying to play up to like the kind of 20-minute mark to hit your peak, and you've got so many now value items which you can buy up until that point. The Falcon Blade being a really nice early game item to throw yourself. The Witch Blade's also really nice as well for some heroes. And if you just get these, and with some of the existing ones, for example, the Dragon Lance, very good for that kind of thing, you just find your core as being really, really strong, and you can roll games really quickly with these early game value items. Are you expecting to see that in the competitive games as well?
I think people will try, definitely, but in maybe a week or two, everything will be, exactly. I do like the Falcon Blade. Obviously, it doesn't give you any strength or something like that, but it gives you pretty good stats. It really reminds me of the old Aquila or the Aquila that you have now, but you were able to buy it for like 1,000 gold. Very similar in the price, and it's very like similar effects too. Mana regen, damage, and a lot of HP actually, the Falcon Blade at least.
Yeah.
Not an aura though.
It does seem very good. It seems very, very strong. And of course, the fluffy hat. All my fluffy hatters out there. What up?
Yep.
Love that.
I like it.
Very cute.
It's really, really good, the fluffy hat, especially for supports. Like, you would normally buy a bracer, but... Oh, mid lane, Iceberg.
Oh, no, the roll in from GH connecting for the kill as they bring down the Doom. Not really what you expect, and then again, you do have the Spirit Siphon on the DP, which does a lot of damage to this Doom, so they're able to take him down for the second kill of the game.
Yeah, and they also want to go and de-ward the ward here too. We already has a sentry available. That's a very good play from GH, like just noticing, hey, that Doom is half HP, let me just TP on in there. We will start the engagement for me. And this is what we meant by mind control, kind of staying bottom by himself. There's not a whole lot of help Spirit can give for a sanking.
No, but mind control, you know, he's used to this. When there's GH on the Spirit, you don't want to restrict him to force him to babysit you in the lane. You know, you're happy to take a bit of a spanking in the laning phase in order to enable GH to roam around the map and help win the mid and even top. As we might see him making some rotations up there as well. So
General.
She's jumping
Lots
into
of
General
pressure on
here.
him.
Yeah, they're looking for the Mars. He has got that spear available, so he's going to be able to throw back the Ursa, but Kuro might be able to get the damage off by himself. Verifier comes out, though, keeps him alive. Meanwhile, Miracle getting those Shadow Poison stacked up upon him. One or two more, and they might bring him down, but Miracle dodges it out perfectly, and that's going to mean he survives this time around. Meanwhile, General actually coming in for a little bit more, but they've got another kinetic field available, and now the Miracle can just jump in and finish off the Mars. Beautifully done, and actually RodjER could be in some trouble as well. Nah, he's scared under the tower. They don't have any more in the tank here on Nigma, and actually continue the poisons. It's not enough to finish Miracle though we thought it was. He pops the poisons, and now he's very low as well. Everybody on a sliver of HP up here in the top lane, but Miracle's got the salve to heal himself up and will be okay.
Your General will come back with everything. They don't really have so much resources on KuroKy though. If he actually cleared it and got one more poison off that hit both of them, he probably would have got a double kill there. I think he really overestimated the damage at that moment. V2 bottom though, taking a lot of damage. Oh my.
Yeah,
whoa, he blinked to Phoenix.
Double damage, Spirit along with Mind Control closing the gap. Burst Strike available in 3 seconds. PA, she needs to move away from the Sand King. Cannot do so. Burst Strike comes through. It's actually not enough damage. And now the tower turning it around as the Killer Boys want to fight. GH really wants to finish the job, but they kill Mind Control. Rock comes through. Right clicks there. Won't connect. Won't connect. There we go. GH finally manages to get a hit in onto the PA. And GH will get himself a double kill down here in the bottom lane. Fantastic stuff from Nigma. They do trade their Sand King, but totally worth it to kill that PA.
He also had Mind Control bottle, so he's gonna be back to full resources and level 5 now on GH on a position 4. Dude, this is scary. We is gonna pop Exo mid.
That's 3 stacks of Shadow Poison. Once again, they're dodging these Shadow Poisons so nicely, but there's only so much dancing this bear can do as RodjER's now on top, and they will finish the job. They pop the poison, they get the kill. Kuro can't do much about that. The Ursa shall finally fall in the top lane.
They also get Iceberg mid at the same time. We popped his Exo, GH came over. He's level 5. He's almost level 6 on GH. My goodness.
Goodness me. NAVI, they do not feel like they have their feet in this game just yet. Sure, that kill on TS was something, but these lanes are definitely very Nigma favored currently.
We're gonna see GH TP top and get a kill onto this level 6, I think.
Oh my goodness, he gets that kill as well. What a value exism. 2 kills, tower down to 50% HP. Yep, that's feeling pretty good.
Yeah, he's so fast too. 380 movement speed. It buffed speed to 330. One of the fastest heroes in the game now. And she's so hard to kill as well because of it. Doom.
Well, they can make it happen. Doom comes down on the DP. Can they slow it down and finish this job is a question. The answer should be enough. Let's see, 3 stacks of poison. Doom still trying to make it happen, holding on to the Scourge S, but they will be able to kill off the DP eventually. She will fall, but meanwhile, General falling up in the top lane as Miracle goes in for the dive.
GH bottom onto V2.
This is never ending. You always want to fly in some trouble. Oh no, GH is in some trouble actually as V-Tune jumps back in and kills off the Spirit. Finally, he gets punished for this aggression. Now the Sunray coming through onto Mind Control. He dodges out the dagger with a nice little sandstorm, moving to the side, but they do have the dust. However, they don't really want to commit too hard onto this Sand King, especially when there's creeps to kill. V-Tune just wants to get back to farming, get back to hitting these creeps, and not risk it.
Level 3 Sandstorm is not a joke as well. If you just link in there with your PA, you get stunned up, you're gonna lose pretty much. Very bad for you. But it's gonna give a lot of XP back to NAVI. That was a level 6 GH. She was not able to keep magnetized onto the PA as she managed to get away.
Oh, Burst Strike through. We got a fight coming on the bottom. Mind Control. I think he's finally going to get brought down as Iceberg runs through and gets that sword into the back of that Scorpion.
Top lane.
Always want to fly, narrowly surviving. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, you're absolutely right. General in some trouble as he's getting run down by these Nigma heroes. We're 3 in the mix. They won't stand a chance of surviving this one. Mars will fall again. Every single time NAVI gets a kill, Nigma's getting one as well. I mean, this time they're going to feel okay about it, but still, there's a lot of pressure being put on mid at the same time, and I think we will be able to finish off this tower without even having to pop the exorcism for the second time, which feels very nice. And try not to get it in the damage. And GH is rolling in with a haste here, by the way. He's running in. Hey, RodjER, going. Well, unfortunately, doesn't quite connect, but throwing him back into the arms of the DP, who will gladly Crypt Swarm and allow GH to get the last hit and kill off that Shadow Demon. Another freebie.
Nigma just rolled this map right now, and Kuro starting to invade the triangle area. He already has a ward down. Gonna make it very hard for V2 to just go top, try to take that tower or play there. gonna have to stay bottom for a while, and he's playing against Exo tanking. That is
Silence.
not good.
Roll. Always want to fly. See you later, buddy. He's going to get taken down by these two heroes very, very neatly. Nigma, they're not done yet. They're looking for more. Kuro's going to TP Rod back to base, though. He's going to try and counter it with a disruption, but maybe he didn't want to do that. They're not going to connect with the roll, so they're just going to kill him. You will go back to your fountain, RodjER. God damn it. You will go back. Meanwhile, we're taking some hits from the tower, but it's okay. All is well. And this Death Prophet is just running over this game right now. She fears absolutely nothing.
I mean, she has 330 base movement speed. She is so fast. And she's got that Exo open too.
Oh, but Kuro.
Wow.
They do get something here at least. Navi, they scrape the bottom of the barrel and they find the position 5. Can they find any more is a question. And the answer is probably not. Miracle's just going to taunt himself away.
Tier 1 mid, tier 1 top. Again, problem here right now for Navi is taking this top tower back. They need this for the Phantom Assassin. Not only that, oh, okay. We'll ALWAYSWANNAFLY got the D word. That's pretty important that he managed to get it. So the PA would not be seen while she's farming the Angel. Her life would be in a lot of danger with GH just constantly playing around this area. They have a big stack here that they would like to kill, I think. Wow, that is a really big stack.
V-Tune, he's getting beaten down. 4 heroes coming in onto the PA. She's going to turn around and get herself a kill, though. Brings down Kuro at the very least, but V-Tune will fall for it. Not a worthwhile trade, I would say, although that said, 1 kill against 4. XP's feeling all right, but yeah, still, that's just slowing down our Battle Fury once again.
Yeah. RodjER might want to think about killing this big camp stack that he made on the side over here, because if not, Nigma's gonna come very soon to steal it.
Gonna take it now. Iceberg's in the
Iceberg wants it. That's a lot of farm there.
Don't take any of these creeps. Give them to Iceberg.
Oh, he took the little ones.
Little ones. All right. I think Iceberg will let him. If it's anyone you don't want to
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Definitely Iceberg.
Oh, Arcane Ring. Nice for Shadow Demon too. I like some of the tier 1 items that they've come out with. What do you think of those?
Yeah, we haven't had any. I think the Fairy's Trinket is absolutely insane if you're playing Leshrac, Zeus, any kind of spellcasting hero. I mean, even on DP, it's pretty insane. It's plus 5% spell damage, plus 5% mana cost reduction, and plus 100 health. Like, that is everything you want as an in core. It's insane.
It's a tier 2 one, right?
Is also pretty insane.
Oh, for the carries because they cycled out.
It's tier 1, dude. It's tier 1. Fairy's Trinket.
Oh, right. No, there's the other one that also gives you tier 2. I forgot what it was called.
The Quicksilver Amulet.
You're right.
Quite interesting as well.
That's the one I was thinking of as well.
Yeah. And the bullwhip is just hilarious. I hope we get to see some bullwhips coming out because that whipping is very entertaining.
The one that I enjoyed the most, or I think it's going to be insanely OP, is Cloak of Flames. That one, like when I saw that, I immediately thought of Spectre. I'm like, yo, this is close to a Radiant. It's a tier 3 item. And not only that, it gives you magic resist and armor. Like, imagine a Doom this game with that item later on. He's going to be doing a hell of a lot. Or even the Sanking, for example, right? These heroes who want to just go in and they get this little bit of extra DPS. It does just as much as Sandstorm at the end.
Yeah, it's really crazy. It's really crazy. Elven Tunic also very good as well. They've these tier 3 items they've released are extremely strong.
Really cool. But back to this game right now as it is. It's only 11 minutes into the game and Nigma are just absolutely rolling this map. PA already has 2 deaths. Miracle did die early into the laning stage, but that's not going to matter too much for him. He will catch back up as he has so much space available. Navi are going to find it really hard to take any objectives because of how restricted they are on the map and constantly having to put the fire out that Nigma keeps lighting.
Yeah, V-Tune is just not really getting the creeps she wants. She's not getting this Battle Fury timing that she wants for sure at this point. I mean, she hasn't done horribly, but there's just a lot of pressure going on, and we and Iceberg are the only two which are really prospering from all of this. That said, Miracle's not having a great time either. He's also actually going for a Battle Fury as well, so both of them kind of a little bit slow in their timings, but they'll get there.
Definitely. The thing that Nigma I think right now are looking for is just this blink on mind control, which he has in 3 gold by the way. And as soon as he gets that, we're gonna see a lot of smokes going into Navi's ancient area.
Oh yeah.
They're not gonna be stopping. And Disruptor also has his ulti, Kuro. He wants to be able to utilize this right away. Very strong early game skills. That's out of Nigma at the moment. GH though.
Lane, they're going down on to the Spirit. Surely they can bring him down. They haven't quite finished the job, but he's running out of spells. He's running out of life as well. Iceberg will finish the job. They get him inside the arena, and they kill off that Spirit. But Nigma coming in for a bit of revenge. Kuro looking for the glimpse, but unfortunately it's only level 1, so the range isn't there, so won't be able to catch anybody inside of it.
Ooh, possessed mask.
On the
That's a big one for Ursa. He can Roshan with this. As soon as he gets Battle Fury, or like even now if he wants to, he can actually Roshan. But obviously it'll take a little bit of time.
Radiant's
pretty much solo it.
is under attack.
Maybe need someone just to get like the first couple of Fury Swipe charges up. But
he's good. He can just pop the Enrage at the start if he needs to. He's already got level 3 into Fury Swipes. He can easily just rush with the Possessed Mask.
Insane.
Mind control bottom. Gets it. Is he getting away? Is he gonna do it?
Out into the trees we go, but unfortunately he's not got a path out of this one. The dude's going to come down to him as well. Spear to follow up, and they're going to make sure they give the kill to Iceberg as well. In fact, they even walk away from him as he's dying. That is some disrespect from Navi as they just let him to die by himself alone in the forest. Brutal. But that's a really nice kill from them. Mind control being a little bit lackadaisical. Oh, they so certainly do. The Supernova's going to come down there. V-Tune trying to turn around and fight up here, but not going to be able to do so. And now the Supernova's going to be a sitting duck for Nigma to take down. Moving across to RodjER as well. RodjER does not really have the teammates here. His Ruffle is going to connect onto him. Miracle closing the gap as well. And that is a dead Shadow Demon. A good couple kills for Nigma as a response to their Sand King dying. Very, very surprised that the PA gets caught out in the mid there, but looks like that must have been a jump forward from Nigma in the end.
Yeah, we just came from the left side. GH also rolling in, popping the Exo, silencing him, buying enough time to get on top of him. That was it. That's all they really needed. Like, we with this Exo and this new movement speed buff onto DP is just so fast. He had like 460 or 70 movement speed with that Yos as well. Just can't really get away from this Death Prophet. Yeah, they can just leave Miracle in there to do work.
Oh boy, always want to fly. Caught out by the side, and they move forward to RodjER as well. RodjER's going to get taken down pretty damn quickly as the disruption comes out onto GH. That's not going to be enough to save his life, though. Another hero dead. Meanwhile, Miracle finishes off Roshan, the 13-minute Roshan, with this possessed mask. That's pretty crazy.
Really good. They're gonna have to kill him twice. They want to slow down Miracle's farm in any way. Navi already having trouble pressuring him up. In fact, we are the ones being pressured, running out of space to farm.
Yeah,
they're only saving grace at the moment. It's gonna be the Doom's BKB. He needs that badly, and just try to take a fight.
He does.
They're smoking, dude. They're not stopping.
BKB is the plan, but is he going to be able to get it? Well, GH just rocking up. Face finds another history and gets on top of Iceberg. Roll is not going to connect. He can sidestep a TP now attempted, but mind control's in with the blink, with the stun, and now they've got the control to bring down the Doom. He is pretty fast though, with those drums running himself away, but GH is going to connect with a roll, and this is Iceberg dead. Meanwhile, looking for a couple of off kills. No one's really going to make themselves available, but a kill onto the Doom is very welcome indeed. Also slowing down that BKB significantly.
Definitely, and just gonna keep on running at them. Nigma right now. He just bouncing top lane, bot lane, top lane, bot lane. Might just keep chasing her out.
Miracle, ulti pop as he tries to chase down the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon going to turn around, throw down the disruption, trying to get himself away. Then Miracle is going to break out of it pretty damn quickly and be able to finish the job. Meanwhile, the arena down. General, he's trying to get himself away. Supernova's going to collapse onto the 3 of them, but there is no follow-up damage, so it is just defensive spells being used to keep the Navi heroes alive. All they get from this is a Shadow Demon, but also a lot of space on the map as well. Some pressure onto the tier 2 tower at top. Like, Nigma are just really taking over this game. It doesn't really feel like Navi have much to bring to it just yet. They need more time to farm up these items.
They do, and Nigma are playing so beautifully at the moment. They're just not giving Navi any kind of space whatsoever. And we saw Miracle. He was behind the Doom, the PA. Now look at him. He topped the networks. He's farming very quickly. really comfortable having this Aegis up right now. Constantly taking creeps away from Navi, and Vitoon has made his way into the enemy's triangle area instead. I do expect GH or someone to just try to find him at some point.
Do you know what Navi need?
What do they need?
They need more fluffy hats.
What do they need?
They don't have any
Fluffy hats.
They got none. That's why they're dying so
Radiant's
much.
top tower is under attack.
5 fluffy hats and no one will die anymore. GH roll it across, seeing what there is to see, and he sees a RodjER. RodjER's going to be able to get the disruption now, and Iceberg maybe looking to drop the doom on somebody here as Minecraft actually missing the stun onto the both of them as they choose to back themselves away here, Navi. Meanwhile, unfortunately, the glimpse comes back, throws RodjER into the kinetic field, and they get the kill onto the Shadow Demon instead.
Now the TP top instantly. This is such a quick play from Nigma here.
Mind control.
General
Setting up for the epicenter. General gotta go for the TP away, but no, GH is gonna be able to close the gap with the rolling boulder, and this is a dead Mars. He tried to turn it around, he tried his hardest, but unfortunately, Mind Control and GH, they were on point. They take him down, and they get yet another kill. It is just non-stop. 22 kills at 17 minutes into this game. This map belongs to Nigma.
Indeed it does. At least Vitoon has been able to farm up these Ancients in this triangle area for a couple of minutes now, or 2 minutes at least, and has 1,000 gold, getting closer to that BKB, but Nigma are going to be able to get tier 2 tower. They pop the Exo for this. They're going to stay. They want it. They want to take this bottom outpost. They really want to close out Navi's map even further. And Vitoon, look what he's done. He's farmed like this, made his way all the way to this top jungle side now. He's farming the area that's like probably the least predictable. But then again, when... Oh, they're going for more. What?
They are going in mid. RodjER gets completely taken out. Goodbye, little RodjER.
RodjER.
Dire's bottom tower.
Such a tough game for him. 1-7. I don't think I've seen RodjER have such a bad game in a very long
Radiant's
time.
middle tower is under attack.
No, I don't think I have either. This is really brutal stuff. He just can't keep himself alive. There is just too many threats on the board for him. That's too much chase, too much damage. He can't survive through it. Meanwhile, always want to fly, going for the TP away. GH will not be able to find him, so he will get out safely. Meanwhile, we see the Quicksilver Shield picked up by Vitoon. I'm wondering who they're going to give this across. So far, it's in the base. I think it is pretty good, though. It gives you some movement speed, some attack speed. You know, very little movement speed and attack speed, but a decent amount. And then attack animation speed and attack projectile speed. And then plus 5% to movement speed and attack speed if one of your abilities is on cooldown. So there's a lot to digest there, but basically, you get a bit quicker. And if you cast a spell, you get even more a little bit quicker. Could be good for the Doom. Although, I know Iceberg, he loves his Faded Brooch. Nothing's going to take that away from him. I've seen this guy hold on to a Faded Brooch until the end of the game, in a game which went for like 50 minutes. He just loved that item. Meanwhile, General gets killed off at top.
GH, they have to doom him.
Oh my god.
To even get the kill.
Huge commitment as they get the return around onto RodjER almost immediately. Nigma a little bit, well, they lose GH. The first hero they've lost in a little while, it feels like, but yeah, costing the Doom for it. I guess they're just trying to buy themselves more space on this map, trying to just kind of keep a hero dead on the side of Nigma to stop them running down their lanes for just 2 seconds. And I really think this is going to come down to the next Roshan Nigma. Navi need to get themselves in fighting condition for this next Roche fight. Otherwise, Nigma's just going to run in and take it, and then you're in some trouble.
They already got beat. You can be on America too. All right, here it is. 20 minutes. Who's going to buy a shard, Nomad? I predicted at the start of this game, it's only going to be Phoenix. You said maybe the Earth Spirit. Is he doing it?
Nah, I mean,
he just got Yules.
True. He might
maybe after he finishes this Yules, he might. Yeah, exactly. Like, you're going to finish your one item you're going for first before you really... Ooh, almost gets that PA. GH. Keep it out.
Nail biting.
Yeah, so close.
A gift from the
All right, Phoenix got it. He bought it instantly.
Yeah.
20 minutes, he was already saving up gold for it. Now has infinite fire spirits, pretty much. They recharge every 7 seconds, 1 fire spirit. Pretty big.
Yep, here we see it. Surrounded by spirits. Feels good. I like the way he cast it just before he got it as well to get himself a couple of extra spirits to throw out for free. Cute play, but unfortunately he's kind of overestimating himself a bit here as he gets jumped on by mind control. The disruption comes through to buy him a little bit of time, but it's probably not going to be enough here. He's immediately waking up into the silence and being taken down instantly. And they're on the high ground. Nigma just do not care about anything at this point. They've got BKB available on the Ursa. They've got a Death Prophet rocking up with a BKB available as well. They've got that Exorcism. They're on the high ground. They're taking the barracks at 21 minutes into the game. Now, V, they do not have a response to this. Their Doom is still on cooldown for another 20 seconds, and they're just going to go for the melee barracks, and they're probably going to be able to take it. PA still away from home, just farming the bottom side of the map, trying to do something, whilst the team desperately tries to make this defense happen, but there's really nothing to be done. Wheels out, buy them maybe a little bit more time. Mind control comes in, though, lands a stun onto the Mars. Disruption's going to try and buy him a little bit of time, but he needs to get off this arena, but the sun's down onto him along with the epicenter. Down goes the Mars. He's going to buy back into this one, though. They need to make something happen here. They need to get a really good arena down. Doom's going to come out onto the Ursa, but it looks like he got the ultimate off in time, or it's just running out as General trying to desperately run forwards and land this ultimate, but everyone's got a BKB on, so he can't really find himself a target. Beelining for this Ursa. Can they find him? Is the question. The Doom's about to run out. The arena comes down, only catches out Kuro, who will fall to it. General brings him down. Miracle, though, that Doom's run out, and he's just trying to run himself out. Meanwhile, GH gets killed off by V2. NAVI, they find one more as RodjER and ALWAYSWANNAFLY will gang up onto Mind Control, get him as well. 3 heroes dead on the side of Nigma. Everybody except for the 2 big cores fall. Oh, so awkward for NAVI. You know, they do make the defense. They don't keep their barrack alive, though. The melee barracks is gone. I think it's got to be considered a win for Nigma, unless NAVI can do some dramatic warding and take over an area of the map now, and then make another play on the back of it. But they don't have their Doom. It's so hard without it.
Well, Miracle survives, so that's still a pretty big win for Nigma. That being said, these 3 kills is the starting point for NAVI. They got the racks lost, but at least the PA was able to accomplish, you know, something in the engagement. Once she has the Desolator, she's going to be a bit stronger. But Nigma on the side, Nigma, like, they're waiting for this rush, right? And it's up now. As soon as they get this Aegis, this game is going to get so much harder for NAVI. I would also like to point out that Kuro bought a shard as well. I actually like, this is one of my more favorite shards too. It actually buffs your ally. That's why I like it. You can drop it on your Ursa or your Earth Spirit. He can go in or go out. Like, when he got Doom on the Ursa, Kuro just kept spamming the Thunderstrike onto Miracle, so he can move a little bit faster and get out.
This is interesting. So it gives him the movement speed, gives him the attack speed, and yeah, it's really cute.
It's good. It's good. It's a buffer. Any buffs are generally good. Ooh, they don't get the Phoenix.
ALWAYSWANNAFLY will get himself away. Nice side push, split pushing there from the Phoenix for sure.
Dire's bottom tower is under
3
attack.
Yules on the side of Nigma. That's gonna be pretty annoying for the Phantom Assassin and the Doom. They constantly get Yuled up.
Trying to run into these fights. At least Doom has a BKB. PA has one as well at this point, and she's just trying to finish off his Desolator before the next fight. But man, this is going to feel very, very difficult. Nigma, they've got everything as they run up the high ground.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And here we go. Iceberg immediately dropping the BKB down and just trying to start the fight and chase away the DP as they get on top with the Doom. Can they finish the job? That was a question. Iceberg, he's losing his health, and everybody else just chasing him, and now BKB runs down. He needs to get himself away. Nice Supernova, though. Controls him up pretty damn well. Supernova's going to come crashing down. Miracle is locked down, but he's got the Aegis. They don't really care. They want to go for the easier targets. They will now finish off that Aegis. Meanwhile, RodjER being run down by We just so quick, gliding into this fight, able to easily take down the kind of demon. He can't do anything to get himself away. Nigma, they've hit the reset button. They did lose mind control, only getting 1 kill in response. So far, it's not too bad for the side of NAVI. They've done the best they can making this defense, but the Miracle, he's still got the cheese, and the Doom's down now as well. So he's just going to come in and start whacking away at this tower, but now down to about 50% HP. It's not amazing, but
yeah, good hold from NAVI in the end.
Very interesting. It really was, yeah.
So Kuro Thunderstrikes and that gets him out while he's being doomed up, right? But I was very curious as to where V-Tune was in that engagement, because what you're supposed to do is you cast the Doom, then you get the dagger out, and the PA is supposed to commit into the fight at the same time with the BKB. And that probably should have been enough, because Nigma don't really have a whole lot of saves apart from this Thunderstrike at the moment. But maybe a little bit of a misplay coming out from NAVI, and really good play from Nigma to just get this DP out, try to get her back into the fight as soon as they can with a healthy amount of HP. pretty tanky on Wii as well with this plate mail and BKB. Not the easiest target to bring down.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We've had a spectacular game. 12 and 1. I think he's found a lot of motivation, you know, as the new patch hits. Like, yeah, Meeple's back, let's go. And, you know, Viper has some cool builds too now with the new Maelstrom upgrade, with the Lotus, sorry, with the Atos.
Radiant's
That's a
bottom
cool
tower
item as
is
well.
under
Really
attack.
nice for Viper. Yeah, it's interesting to see how the Gleipnir gets used by certain heroes. It's one of the most interesting ones. Trying it on Sniper earlier. Not amazing. Pretty good for killing creep counts very easily, though. Just hold them in trap. There's some cool combos, for sure. Meanwhile, Navi, they are smoked up behind this tier 2 tower, looking to make the jump with its Doom once again back up. And Nigma, they're going to smoke up right into them. See who collides with whom. Front lines, he's got himself. He's going for an Axe, actually, on the Earth Spirit, but we'll get back to that later. These two teams kind of kite around each other. No one really summoned up the courage to go for the plays just yet. Paladin Sword grabbed on the PA. That's pretty big. And they see Wii. They're going to drop immediately down with the Demonic Purge, trying to take down Wii as quickly as possible. Can they burst him into question? Yes, they can as the crit comes through. And I look across towards GH as well. He's got the roll to get himself back. Meanwhile, Disruption out onto the Sand King, but he gets the blink over towards the tree lines. They can't find it. They have no idea where Mind Control is gone. A beautiful blink from the Sand King gets him to safety. But still, Nigma, these fights just not looking as convincing as they once were, as now they lose their death profit and are forced to immediately back away. But they were able to get away. They minimize their losses and they get the opportunity to try this one again.
Desolator complete on B-Tune. They're starting to hit their stride right now on this Phantom Assassin. What Nigma need is to hit this MKB timing on the Ursa so they have an answer to this Phantom Assassin. Because as of right now, their damage output is just not enough to be able to deal with this PA before she kills you. Unless you try to jump on her first, which is really hard to do. It's so hard to actually catch a Phantom Assassin when she's constantly blurred and staying on the edges of the fight.
Be very tricky. Might even be considering Ags this game on PA to be more evasive, be more annoying, and play around the edges of these.
Elven Tunic now on the PA.
Oh my
8% movement speed, evasion,
shit.
attack speed. It's like a Yasha, you know. That's what it feels like. Oh, PA.
She's got her Elven Tunic.
play.
She says, "Hey Nigma, look at my new item," and they just murder her. They don't care about your new item, PA. You shouldn't have tried to show it off to them. And now V's in some trouble as they're looking to lose Iceberg as well. He has got that BKB available. Mind Control tries to combo it up, doesn't quite do so. Iceberg though force spot the BKB, but GH is in. He's going for this right now. Wants to kick out the Phoenix, but the Yule's going to stop him from doing so as he moves forwards on towards WannaFly, trying to control him up, trying to bring him down. Disruption's going to save him for a little bit longer. They don't have the Supernova though, and they are just going to straight up lose the Phoenix. And that means their range barracks fall, and now they look towards top as well. And this is a difference. You know, Navi lose a couple of heroes, Nigma's on their high ground. Nigma lose a couple of heroes, and they just back themselves off. That's what happens when you're fighting on the enemy side of the map all the time, putting all this pressure on.
They don't have the X-Op at the moment, but that was a really good ward. Plus, Mind Control.
Live in with the arena as well. They've controlled that Miracle pretty damn well. He can't get off his damage. He's just straight up gonna fall. Mind Control looking like he's gonna be in a whole world of hurt as well. His Flame Wall is doing so much work. What was that? Was that the...
Yeah, that's General's Shard.
Oh, okay, the
yeah.
Spear Flames. Right, gotcha.
It's good because when you pop the arena, you can actually pin 2 heroes now with your spear, and on top of that, it does do quite a bit of damage. It's one of the better Ags as well.
That looked really good in that situation. I mean, that was a dream usage there, but that Trail of Flames just obliterated both of those heroes. Really, really strong. And of course, comboing that with the Sunray and those free Fire Spirits.
Dire's
Very,
middle
very
tower
brutal.
is under
Well,
attack.
Nigma, they've been kind of put back in their place a little bit by Navi, by General. Really nice play from them. Next execute will be up in 30 seconds, and this time the Death Prophet has an Arcane Rune bottled as well, so that's going to be pretty scary. And she's going for another shard. Okay, we're seeing quite a few shards coming out around this 30-minute mark.
She's finished her armor item already. guard. She would like more armor, but there isn't really
Top tower is under attack.
phasing options. The shard make a bit more sense now, and obviously less costly, easier to actually farm up at this stage in the game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We go very aggressive here, using the spider legs to get over the cliff and try and find a hero. Great roll in onto Vichu, and this is the target they want to bring down to the BKB. Comes down and then can turn it around to Wee Wee, gets cleared down into the grave. Miracle coming in, trying to look for the supernova, trying to take it down all by his lonesome, cannot do so, gets stunned up. GH is well controlled by Iceberg on the side, but it looks like they're playing it pretty cautiously. Meanwhile, in the back, they will kill Kuro as General finds himself the solo. Hasn't even dropped the arena yet, and he wants to do so. He's looking at Miracle. And Control, they want this. NAVI are hungry. They're looking for revenge, and they want to bring down a teddy bear. But the bear is on the run, up into the high ground. Maybe looking to turn this one around. Iceberg blinks past as General blinks in. Yules comes out to control up the Ursa Spear. Now available, pinning him to the edge. Miracle slowed up, burning away. And the Gods of Beat will put an end to Miracle. And that's going to be 3 kills going the way of NAVI. Roshan is up in exactly 1 second. Hello, Roshan. General even hitting it with the Gods of Beat for the courier there, which is funny. And in they go into the Roche pit. They're going to be taking Aegis as well. Oh my god, what a turnaround from NAVI.
There's an Ags inside there. That's a
Radiant's
PAGs.
middle tower is under
What we
attack.
wanted.
Oh boy, for free. That is really bad for Nigma. Oh, mind control.
Tries to jump in, somehow misses everybody. That's just downright unfortunate. They'll take down the Aegis. They'll take down mind control. Oh no. Oh sweet baby Jesus. That was not the play, unfortunately. I mean, if he hit one person there, then he maybe could have made some kind of play, but unfortunately just getting unlucky and really not catching anyway. I mean, NAVI did split when they saw it coming, to be fair, so pretty good play
Yeah, that's
from
a-
NAVI too.
14,000 gold swing. It's like that. Nigma, they had we run into the front lines first, trying to get some vision with Shivas, but probably needed either GH or mind control to actually start that fight out because they just completely focused him down. They didn't even have Doom. And all they had to do was just blink onto
Dire's middle
that
tower
Prophet.
is
He
under
didn't get to
attack.
use his Yules. He just died way too quickly. Even with this felt really powerful, but Phantom Assassin, they're stronger.
Oops. Wait, how did they dodge that? Oh, the disruption. Well, that can happen sometimes. That's why you pick the disruptor, the Shadow Demon into the disruptor.
Dire's
Exactly
middle
for that. He's got
tower
blink
is
now
under
on
attack.
RodjER as well, so he could blink in and
Dire's
land these
structures
disruptions
are
very
fortified.
nicely. Up on a cliff.
sitting on board.
Iceberg jumps in there, drops a Doom down onto Ursa. He's taking out the fight immediately, but GH is going to try and kick him away. Is it going to save his life? I don't think it is. Miracle's going to drop here. No buyback, so no chance of coming back in. Kuro falls on the side as well as Vichu gets a clean double kill. NAVI come in, make some very quick examples of these Nigma heroes, and now they take the tier 1 tower in the mid lane as well.
Game is just completely slipping away from Nigma right now. Just fight after fight that they've been losing. Even from the high ground push that they had earlier, just, you know, defending that off, buying enough time for PA to hit her timings. Like, this PA is gigantic right now, especially with that Ags that she got for free from the Roshan.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's
Yeah,
middle
she's
tower
gonna roll
is
himself
under
back.
attack.
No worries, but yeah, this time it's NAVI on the high ground. PA is feeling like an absolute boss. The thing is, it is a big comeback, but PA was actually always doing pretty well on the farm this game. She was never that far behind, so always keeping herself in a position to come back to
Dire's middle
this.
barracks are under attack.
Her positioning
Dire's middle barracks
on the map
has fallen.
was exactly what
Dire's middle
allowed them to be in this
barracks has
situation, right? She kept on stealing the farm here, even running up here, while Nigma was constantly trying to zone out the other heroes. But Nigma, I think their goal should have always been to just find the PA and no one else actually matters, you know? At least have one of their catch heroes just run around, see if the PA is like farming her jungle. Had to get like 1 or 2 more kills on her, but right now she is gigantic, about to go for a Scotty, gonna make her even tankier. That means the Death Prophet is not gonna be able to be as tanky as well with that Spear Siphon.
Yeah,
Honestly, we might want to get a Ghost Scepter this game, because he's gonna, with the build that he has right now, he's still gonna die to the Phantom Assassin.
let's find out. Hey,
Just
PA.
going in.
How's it going? May I
By
have some
himself.
armor, please? Yeah, and PA's like, hey, you know what? I sense something's wrong here. I don't want to get jumped. That's really
Wow,
curious that
they-
Vichu backed away there. This guy's got BKB on 6 seconds and an Aegis. Like,
They're waiting
there's no
for
reason
the
to be
Doom.
scared.
Iceberg was not there, and they felt like, oh, Nigma's probably just baiting this Death Prophet, right? Just dangling him in front of us. jump on, we might just lose the fight. But in reality, we was just there by himself. Like a madman.
Yeah. I mean, it looks goofy, but if you act like you have heroes behind you, then the enemy are going to think you got heroes behind you. Like, that's it. And you know, his team was there-ish. I mean, they were getting there. Probably screaming, what the hell are you doing? We're coming, but Jesus, calm down, we doesn't care. We knows that confidence rules above all. And now they're sitting in the Roche pit. They're waiting to see if anyone comes to farm this camp. They've got this vision down, and they really want to punish anyone who comes in here. Navi are not falling for it, though. They're going for a 5-man smoke of their own in towards the middle. Taking down some creeps. Nigma moving as a unit as well.
Seconds.
Sensing there is a fight on the horizon.
40 seconds left on 8. Might just run out for the PA will get a chance to use it, but they will be running into each other.
They're going to try and make a fight happen here. Let's see what they can do here as GH rolls on through onto the Shadow Demon, trying to start the fight on the right target. Burrow Strike, beautiful, onto 3. Mind Control, trying to make this fight really take off for them, but General comes in through the back, misses the spear though. Meanwhile, we drop in very low. They need the one more hit onto her. V2 will find as Iceberg brings it down. Miracle and we are both dead, and that means the fight is over from Nigma. They're going to lose Mind Control as well. Every core on their side is now dead. Man, it looked pretty good start to the fight for Nigma, but unfortunately the Ursa was still getting controlled up in the back along with Weeha, and there's too much damage on this Doom and on this PA in order for them to really fight back into it. I mean, they can't keep letting the Ursa get doomed like this either. Like, every time this happens, it's just impossible. And now coming up for the tier 4s, but Navi want to win the game. They are not messing around here.
They want to force some buybacks at the least.
Yeah.
2 big heroes on Nigma. They do not have buybacks for 40 more seconds. They don't have EXO either.
Dire's middle
This is
tower
looking like a GG, no man.
No way. Hey, their pushing power is so intense with this PA though. Oh, GH tries to make something happen, gets quickly obliterated. Bye-bye, little Earth Spirits, and bye-bye Tier 4 Tower, and maybe bye-bye Engine as well. Mind Control's back in 3 seconds. It's not going to be enough though. There's the GG. It's coming out from Nigma. They realize it's over. Game 1, against all odds, it goes to Navi.
Wow. Since 27 minutes into the game, Nigma could not win a single fight. Right? This PA, as soon as she got that Death Soul, Battle Fury, BKB, it just felt like Nigma couldn't stand a chance. I think Ursa needed to get this MKB earlier, and on top of that, they played very well on Nigma, honestly. They were pressuring super heavily from the early game.
5 seconds remaining.
NAVI's turn to ban.
Seconds remaining.
Well, hello there, and welcome back to NAVI
5
versus
seconds
Nigma
remaining.
in the lower bracket finals of the OGA Dota pit. It is an elimination game, the second last series of the tournament. The winner will go on to fight OG in a best of 5 grand finals. I'm very excited. You should be too, and I'm sure Theban is as well. But Theban, what are you expecting coming into the second series?
Hopefully not a Phantom Assassin.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this hero. I thought last patch, like when the new patch will come,
10
like, you know, it'll get rid of the old carries, but I know it's day 1, day 2, people are adjusting, but like, if you look at the changes to PA, it didn't really change. It's just 5% less on her blur. Like, whoopie-doo is barely anything at this. So, and also the maps, like, you know, like how the teams are playing the maps is very similar to how this last patch too, because there wasn't really much change. I'm really expecting, to be honest, another patch that will change map things, like maybe down the road, a couple weeks. I think they just wanted to send the heroes out first because that's what everybody is kind of interested in, and then see what happens from there.
Yeah, I'm expecting some map changes, maybe some economic changes as well. I'm expecting that all that stuff's going to come a little bit further down the road, but right now we've just got the juicy stuff. We've got the items, we've got the heroes, we've got the cool stuff. And yeah, what do you think of the new hero just quickly before we get started?
From what I've heard, it's OP. It doesn't have a shard, doesn't have an axe, but it doesn't matter. It just it's super annoying to kill, does a lot of damage. Laning stage is really powerful too. We're gonna see a lot of tweaks definitely coming up. Like Void Spear, right? Void Spear got nerfed pretty quick.
Not enough in my opinion, but anyway, let's get into the second game of this series. We saw NAVI taking game number 1 off Team Nigma with a dramatic turnaround, utilizing their PA and their Doom. They got enough farm, and then suddenly they said, hey, you know what? We want to win this fight. The Mars rocked up with this Aghanim Spear, the Aghanim Shard Spear, and just smashed fools. And they did. They smashed them. And from that point in, yeah, they didn't have a chance, Nigma. It really did not look like they were ready to fight anymore into that. And they lost every single fight. Iceberg with some fantastic Dooms onto the Ursa. And we're going to be seeing that guy coming out again as NAVI go for the second pick Doom rather than taking the Mars, interestingly.
Yeah, the Mars would have secured the Phoenix's game too. I honestly would have rather seen the Mars. I know how good Doom was for NAVI. Just be able to pop that and just, you know, go together with your carry, kill the same target, but that Mars felt like it had a lot of impact. But you can see what Navi's actually prioritizing is this Phoenix. Like, they know this Phoenix has, even though its spells got nerfed a bit, the shard is great. It actually allows you to scale very well in the game. You constantly have fire spirits and then get items. It's flexible as a 4 or a 5, and on the side of Nigma, they counter it with the Ogre. The Bloodlust is going to be nice. Ogre got buffed up a little bit on all around, and then his shard is actually pretty strong. I want to say, because it throws back a 5. It's like a 70% damage reduction for the first 3 attacks. So let's say your enemy has like a Sven, right? So the first 3 hits on the target that you throw the shield onto, it's gonna reduce by 70%. That being said, if like 3 different targets attack it, it's not gonna reduce so much. Like a support, it's not gonna do a lot of physical damage, right? But it's still pretty cool. I like it. I think it's something that we will be seeing earlier on, like let's say 20 to 25 minutes. Like Pro has a gold, we probably will end up seeing them buy it because make you can throw that onto like your carry or yourself or whatever too.
Oh yeah,
self alive.
It feels very much like Kuro is kind of going through a couple of these supports and saying like, right, you know, which one of these is really good. He tries to disrupt her. He's like, it's okay. I don't love it. Let's see how this Ogre Magi feels. Maybe this has a bit more use to it. So, yeah, I mean, I still liked the answer with the Aghanim Shard on the Disruptor to give it the speed. Yeah, it worked pretty well, but unfortunately, it's just too much happening against them for them to come back into that game from it. We didn't see it.
They lost way too much momentum. Yeah, some of the small misplays that occurred. This time they go with the Slaughter, position 3 for Nigma.
Yep.
Something that we saw a lot in the last patch.
slightly nerfed across the board, but they haven't really
Yep.
touched the main things about the hero, and that is the Corrosive Haze, going through BKB, being that huge armor reduction, still very, very good, and Slithering,
10 seconds
Bash of the Deep as well. That really strong spell hasn't really been changed at all. I think
5
those were the two
seconds
biggest things.
remaining.
They've been left alone. Slardar still very, very relevant. He's also now got an Aghanim Shard, which will apply will apply Corrosive Haze upon using Slithering Crush to any ADB call.
Dire
It's only a
team
fish.
battle.
Wait, no.
I believe it's only 5
For
seconds.
5 seconds.
To ban.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
very important fact, because if it just casts a Corrosive Haze on everyone, that would be so OP. But yeah, it casts a Corrosive Haze just for 5 seconds. It goes away. I don't think it's like immediate cop for Slardar. Like, you just buy your items first.
10
Once you feel
seconds
comfortable to
remaining.
buy the shard, then you do it. Because normally what
5
happens
seconds
is when you
remaining.
go in, you stun someone, you're gonna cast Corrosive Haze on that target that you stunned, right? And Slardar's stun is not like this massive, oh, you need to hit multiple people all at the same time kind of save. So
Yeah.
the person that you go on is gonna be hazed anyway, so it's like a little bit awkward. And it's not like your teammate is gonna be hitting like 3 targets that are all hazed at the same time. You're pretty much focusing one by one. So definitely not like an immediate cop. It's a hero. Slardar is just a hero that actually needs stat items that help him stay alive and such. It's not really looking at applying haste to everybody
Yeah.
from the
10
start.
seconds remaining.
Essentially, it's just a much more damaging Slither
5
Crush with the
seconds remaining.
yeah, still not really worthwhile, I don't believe. Well, they might have different ideas on Nigma, but I don't think we'll see. So I like this ban, by the way. They banned out the Death Prophet in the first phase, Navi. That's something I wanted to mention. I think that's a good idea. This Death Prophet hero seems very, very good. The laning phase just looks ridiculous for this. Starting with 330 movement speed with Spirit Siphon is just bonkers.
Dire team pick.
And now we have the
Yeah.
the Shadow Fiend and the Medusa banned out by Navi. Meanwhile, Nigma, they'll get rid of the Spectre, the PA, and the Drone.
Ooh, I just thought of something. Because we were talking about Slardar. The Corrosive Haze, if it lands on creeps,
10
then it's not that
seconds
bad. Because it helps you farm faster. Because you can,
5
kill the
seconds
creeps
remaining.
quicker.
Do you reckon that
So,
one hit
if
a
it
creep
works-
wave?
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't one-shot a creep wave, but you can
Navi's
kill the
turn.
creep wave very quickly if you use the haze. So maybe it's not as bad as we think it is. Like, if you think about using it for heroes, then sure, it's like not that good. But if it helps you farm faster, helps you push lanes out quicker, helps you go in the jungle, pretty solid.
Yeah.
Ooh, Shaman. Oh, dude, I like this
10
one.
seconds
I,
remaining.
this is a really cool hero. This has been something
5
other teams have been
seconds
trying with,
remaining.
especially in China. It's a very popular support actually in China
Yeah.
as a 4 and a 5. And the shard effect on it is pretty nice too. It actually blocks the hero in with 4 serpents, and it does a little bit more damage as well, and it gives you more range on your shackle.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I'm a big fan of this this shard on the Shadow Shaman. Looks all right. The shard on the Shadow
Dire
Shaman.
team
That's a hard one to say. We'll see if he goes for it again. You know, just really look and see how they're experimenting. I'm also trying to think of how the other items kind of tie in. But honestly, like a vast majority of the new items work really nicely on spellcasting heroes. So I think it's
Yes.
going to come down to I would really like to see like a Leshrac or a Zeus. And maybe that's
10
something they
seconds
can
remaining.
that would really benefit from some of this new stuff.
And
5
Navi now pick up the
seconds remaining.
Clockwork, which is really good against the 3 heroes of Nigma. None of these can actually get out of the cogs easily. Battery Assault is going to be very impactful in the early game, at least. Navi going to have a little bit of a better early game, I want to say, this time around. And this could be General's Clockwork as well. I doubt it's going to be a support, because General really likes playing this hero. And when he sees like Ogre Shaman, he's like, yo, this is food, let's go.
Heroes you can just eat up and annoy. Definitely don't like playing into that hero if you're the shaman. Force him to go for something like a 4-staff as well, which generally you'd rather not go. You just want to go Aether on the shaman and maybe go Blink later on, but no, Force, otherwise he's just going to get completely bullied by the Clockwork.
Damn, I'm starting to see the synergy a little bit in Nigma's too, like what they're trying to go for. You know, you're gonna get the Corrosive Haze minus armor, then the Shackle comes out with the 4 serpents. That's a lot of damage, because those things do physical damage, right? So you're amplifying on the Corrosive Haze with your Serpent Words. They call it the Gyrocopter, huh? Interesting. So a hero who can kill the egg, you can pop BKB, use a flat cannon, and just go for the egg. I don't know if we'll see a magic damage Gyro like Thompson did.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Also a possibility.
I think we will. I mean, you say
5
like Thompson did.
seconds
We did it
remaining.
first. We did the magic damage gyro mid.
Oh, was it?
Thompson did. Yeah, in every
Okay.
league. So
Was it with the knee blade?
I think he went Veil. Like I think he went E-Blade as well. I don't quite remember.
Okay.
It was a while
Okay.
ago, but yeah. All these very, very strong.
All right. So the big innovator of the gyrocopter.
Yeah, the OG.
Check that out. Then that means it's very likely that he's the one who's gonna play it. I mean, they do have the last pick. They go with the Morphling, so they want to be able to steal that gyrocopter form, get that flat cannon for themselves. Not that bad against Slaughter as well. Pretty bad against Shadow Shaman though.
Yeah.
Morphling hates playing against Shadow Shaman. Do you think we might see a oh no, Draw's banned by Nigma. Damn.
Nice.
I was gonna say, right. You get that shard can also remove his PV generation.
Yeah.
Up to like 70%. You can also kill the egg with Draw Ranger possibly. But yeah, with that being banned out, we won't be it.
NAVI.
Yeah, it's a shame actually. It would have been a really good pick this game because of the amount of healing they have on Navi. They're definitely going to have to think of something along those lines, and a smart ban from Navi as they get rid of the Meepo.
Very smart indeed. It would have been very annoying.
Yeah, but that said, I'm fairly sure Wee's playing the gyro, therefore I don't think there's much possibility of.
You can never think that way when you're playing against Nick, right? Like they're gonna do whatever the best thing for them to win the game. Like Miracle's gonna play Jar. He won't care. Lina now.
Final pick Lina. Right at the end.
A little bit of a flex, right? The Lina could still be played as a position 3 or a 5. And a 4. Obviously number 1 is 4, and then you got the 3 and the 5 role as well. But most likely General's gonna be playing this Clockwork, and they're gonna be playing RodjER position 4 Lina here to harass up whatever carry gonna draft. Anti-Mage is a good ban too by Navi. I think this would have been a great game for Nigma to Anti-Mage. He loves playing into Clockwork, has a great lane. Morphling hates Anti-Mage. Phoenix also can't do a lot.
What's it gonna be, Nigma? Ooh,
Peel. Okay. Solid. It's a mana burning hero against Morphling. That's what is good, and they don't really have a lot of AoE against this Peel. Like Lina as a support, honestly, not a lot of AoE, and it's gonna get hunted down. Peel hates.
Have enough.
I mean, sorry, Clock hates Peel.
Yeah, he certainly does. Do they have enough to deal with him on the side of Navi? If this PL gets fat, do they have any answer?
Wanna say possible with Morphling Ags, but I think this PL is just too clutch of a pick this draft. They have Slaughter PL. That's the combination. They have a lot of disables too. On get that Corrosive Haze. PL's gonna be getting super amplified with that. As long as Miracle has a good game and he hits like a 22-23 minute like Diffusal Manta, he's gonna take over this game. That's how I see Nigma's draft at least.
Scary claim. It is a scary claim. I mean, they do have the Supernova, the Sun Ray, the Scorched Earth. They've got even Rocket Flare can help out a little bit. Waveform, LSA, all this AoE stuff. Like, I kind of want to say it might not be that bad for Navi. I think only if they fall very far behind against this PL, he's going to feel immortal. But I think if things are neck and neck, I'm not feeling that bad for them, honestly. I think Navi have a lot of ways. And then the talents later on as well. I think Iceberg has a increased damage on Scorched Earth. V-Tune certainly has the waveform attacks units, which is... Are we
getting a wager on here, Nomad? I'm collecting the wagers, by the way. At the end of this tournament, I'm gonna be giving away quite a bit, I think, if I lose one too. So yeah, what do you say? You're going for Navi here?
Yep. Because I'm going Navi, baby.
All right.
2-0. Can't believe I'm saying that. I mean, I would have thought that coming into the series today. Obviously, Navi were the upper bracket team. They have been playing very, very well. No doubts about that. But, you know, it's Nigma. And Nigma are the team I've had to win the tournament. So I'm kind of going against myself here. But yeah, I think this game, these drafts, I'm saying Navi. Let's go in for it. Don't forget, he can steal the split shot from Jara as well, the flat cannon.
can.
Not what you expected.
That is very true. So what are we talking? A charity bet?
Let's see. Yeah, you already
Yeah?
have to donate to charity, and you already have to make a tweet. So what else do? A bit more to charity then.
Yeah, a bit more to charity. Exactly. Let's.
Alrighty,
Big-
it's on.
Slaughter's going mid, by the way, against the Doombreaker. Joe's gonna be
30
playing that, and they're gonna go
seconds.
Gyrocopter into the off lane.
Okay, I like that. It's something I can get behind. Meanwhile, a very interesting ward here from NAVI sees everybody on the side of Team Nigma. They place down the very
yeah.
defensive observer ward in their own jungle, and they just spot out absolutely everything. So really, really great job. They now know they're completely safe to grab the bounties at top, and they know what
The
Nigma are
battle
up to.
begins.
These nighttime, like starting off, like the game starting off with nighttime is gonna change so much with how people are gonna be positioned on the map, which wards they gotta plant. Like you actually have to plant wards now, and like before the rune spawn,
Yeah.
just to get some information, just to see who's coming from, or else you might just die first blood. I think getting first blood before runes is gonna be so much easier.
And here's hoping we see some fluffy hats this game as well. Didn't have any last game, so fingers crossed. Fluffy Hat fan club will get their fluffy hats. So, starting in the mid lane, we're going to have a very interesting matchup as Mind Control plays into the Doom. And
Oh, yeah, this is going to be pretty hard for Iceberg. He's going to get plenty of gold anyway because he has that Devour. But in terms of like zoning Mind Control out of this lane, it's not going to be possible. And Bash is pretty strong. Top though, Miracle getting pressured up already.
forced very far in the tower by RodjER and by General.
Oh, look at General's build. What is this?
Apparently he's got 2 more hands, which we don't know about.
4 gauntlets. Okay, plus 12 strength, level 1. He's gonna get 2 bracers and probably a soul ring as well. Very interesting.
That is the most giga
Quelling
chat
Blade.
starting build I've seen in my life. General's just rocking out saying, "What's up, bros? You wanna lay against me? Strong. Been hitting the gym, been lifting." Meanwhile, RodjER is able to get off a pull here. That's not good. You have to make the creeps pull to him. Can't quite do so. But, yeah, RodjER's going to be happy about this.
Great start so far for Navi's top lane.
Incredible, yeah.
All that. Kuro does have a healing salvo available to give
Lina in some trouble down the bottom lane as the homing missile is going to connect along with the rocket barge. Is it enough damage to finish the job? It's a question. LSA comes down. They will get the return kill, but first blood goes to Wee onto ALWAYSWANNAFLY. Beaching gets a return kill onto GH, but all things considered, I think Nigma are going to be very happy with that first blood.
Boom, there it goes.
Yeah, they got the gold onto Wee as well. That's the important hero. But B-Tune gonna hit level 3, and as soon as he does that, it's gonna be very difficult for Nigma to actually kill him unless the Morphling makes a mistake.
So what's the likelihood of this clockwork picking up the jetpack?
Very unlikely. I think it's one of the worst shard upgrades. But I mean, it could be interesting if you already have all the items that you will need for the game. I just don't like the fact that it like kind of ruins your turn rate, limits your turn rate. But all that back. So, if I didn't have a drawback, then I think it would be.
Well, I can believe. I'm gonna believe, and chat's gonna believe as well. We're all gonna believe in General going for the shard. He's a good meme in general. You know, he believes in the memes, so maybe, just maybe, we might see it. It does look very funny. And you can hookshot it from as well, and it gives you flying vision. So yeah, those are 2 things which might be enough to swing it, but it's all on the players. Have they played it yet? Do they think it's good? They just want a core clockwork for other reason. We shall see.
Mind Control really giving the beat down to Iceberg mid. Iceberg got an ice armor creep. He is happy at least.
Okay.
Not
yeah.
that one. I've been denied so far from Mind Control as the entire creep wave coming into him. If it was not for this ice armor creep, things would be looking very tough.
Yeah, pretty insane that Iceberg was able to find it, because that's going to give him a real good looking in this middle lane now. So pretty even in the mid, but meanwhile the side lanes slightly going the way of
C10 is
NAVI. This
crushing
top
it.
lane definitely going the way of NAVI. Yeah.
And the bot lane too. Look at that. 7 last hits for Wii on the Jaro versus V2's 22 and 8. Like, they have not been able to pressure the morph.
That is problematic. Wii is just not really getting the creeps. They did get first blood on him, so his net worth isn't looking absolutely horrible. But it's looking pretty bad. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, a bit of action coming in as they try to bring down Miracle. Miracle going to throw down the doppelganger, get himself away. This leaves Kuro open to attack. Can they finish the job? General getting the battery itself. The right click comes through from RodjER with the drive-by. They'll get the kill. And now Cogs out onto Miracle as well. He's got a counterplay here. All he's got is a Spirit Lance. He tries to walk himself away, and that will be enough to keep him alive. They're out of spells and out of health on the side of Na'Vi. I don't want to accidentally give anything away to Miracle. Meanwhile, down the bottom lane, they will kill off ALWAYSWANNAFLY again. So these small kills doing what they can to try and keep Wii in the game, but it's very, very small drops in the ocean compared to the net worth difference between V-Tune and Wii in this lane.
Yeah, not only him, but V-Tune and Miracle too. That's the matchup that we're really looking at right now. This early into the game, having a 500 difference is quite significant.
Alright. In some trouble. Oh, I say that. They're turning it around onto RodjER. The Slytherin's curse is going to cancel out the Icarus dive. General will finish the job, but it looks like it's going to be a double for mind control here as he gets on top of General. But doesn't want to chase him under the tower. Wow. Okay, backs away.
Huge respect. Yeah, Clock didn't have a boots either. He could have definitely like ran after that.
Does have
I
three
think maybe
though.
Nobody gave him information about whether he had mana or not. It happened. Yeah, he went for 3 bracers, not even the soul ring after the double bracers. Okay. That's insane. 29 and 8 on Clock. I like this build. It's kind of interesting. You got a lot of regen, you got a lot of damage, right click.
Just bulking up, hitting the gym. That's what you gotta do. Get those braces on and just start running out some heroes, and that's exactly the plan. As he sees Miracle and just immediately, after his battery is stolen, starts running at him. It's so annoying. It's so obnoxious. Miracle's just like, why is this guy just running at me? I can't turn around and hit him because the man's got so many braces. They're literally falling out of his pockets.
And a lot of HP regen. 7.7. Dot the tower buff. Miracle. Oh, he goes for the hood first. I've seen this quite a bit now where POs just go for the hood first. And I think the hood also got buffed because it costs less. I know you lose 5% magic resist, but 20 and 25% magic resist with diminishing returns is not a lot.
Yeah.
Just making it 300 gold cheaper is so nice.
Bottom, ALWAYSWANNAFLY is going to get run down again by Wii. The gyrocopter will make the kill happen. GH getting very, very low, but V-Tune knows he can't overcommit to that kill without a waveform, without adaptive strike to finish the job. So it is just going to be a straight up trailer. GH, he's going around the side here. They're looking to make a play onto V-Tune here, but he managed to get off the strength morph in time, and GH might just die to the creep. Certainly will. Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty good.
That was pretty impressive. Exactly. That was just V-Tune, right? Like, he got that strength morph instantly.
Yeah.
GH tried to make the play, but got outplayed.
Very, very ready. But he's out from the fog. That's like godly reactions from V-Tune, and he's looking onto WeeHa currently, giving him a good old harassment. Low commitment from V-Tune, just a low commitment harassment with the waveform forward, and bunch of right clicks in, and Wii is forced back. But he's got this bottle now for himself. So that's going to be refilled by GH and give him back a little bit of that lovely health and mana he craves so badly.
Much appreciated.
It's in mid lane. It's kind of the Iceberg show at mid, really. He's doing what he wants. He's pretty uncontested by mind control. Mind control made some movements in. Saying that, he just found himself well, in Vizrune, comes in, just gives Iceberg a bit of a thwacking more than anything.
This frost armor. Destroying Mike. Feels so bad. I feel like you could have killed this dude once or twice. Ice armor creep.
Yeah, I think he'd be dominating the lane if it wasn't for it, but you know, he got it, and you got to deal with that.
Yeah. Definitely was not expecting that to happen, but Micro has made like some cool rotations.
Shot in, onto bottom, GH, he's inside those cogs, and he is going to get killed off very efficiently by General. His first rotation of the game, and a success.
Very early rotation too. Like, he was kind of owning up Miracle top, but he realized that it's probably better if we just try to kill the Gyrocopter, finds the Shadow Shaman instead, but still a kill nonetheless.
Mind control. Actually managed to catch Iceberg whilst he had the Frost Armor down for a few hits. He's trying to finish the job. Doesn't unfortunately have many more bashes available. Comes with the Slithering Crush, but the Doom comes out to stop him getting out the stun. And now he's going to be in some trouble. As ALWAYSWANNAFLY takes him apart. Slardar, well, he's trying to fight up into this, but there's nothing to be done. He is just going to lose his life to Iceberg. A great Doom from him, just making sure he can't get off that Slithering Crush and finding the kill. Well, RodjER getting
very big kill.
But we'll swoop away and be all right.
Iceberg feels really good about that, just being able to drop a Doom and not even having to rotate to make that kill happen.
Yeah, the Doom came to him.
Dire's courier has been
And we'll seize the courier, we'll take it down. My guy's currently rocking up on about 70 strength, pre-10 minutes.
Oh, 1600 HP power treads. This is insane. Okay, I know what to buy now when I go all lane with Clockwork. This is so good. Dude, he's got 105 damage. Slaps.
Yeah, Shadius Maximus build for Clock. And he's getting surrounded now. Let's see what they can do. They're getting on top of General. He's going to be the target. And Homing Missile's going to connect and lock him down. He's under that tower. Miracle starts whacking away at him. We coming in as well with the magic damage. And it is going to be enough to rip through his defensive. Not tanky enough. And Vitri's actually TP'd into this one. He's going to be alright as he throws down the Strength Adaptive Strike to try and force back these heroes and take control of this lane and stop them taking his tower. That's what he wants to do here more than anything. But Nigma aren't leaving without a fight. So they're going to have to rotate in another hero. Lena's going to TP across. GH, they see him. They want to try and bring down somebody here. We could be a tempting target, but he's pretty quick on this Gyrocopter as he runs himself back across the river and over towards safety.
They're not done on Nigma. They got some rotation stop and they feel like probably get a kill maybe onto
Radiant's
this.
bottom tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, General, he's running into what could be an awkward situation here. Wants to throw down the hook shot, can't quite do so, and as more heroes come in, Iceberg just wants to get out. He realizes this is not a play that is happening and just decides to leave. Also, no mana on the Iceberg and no Doom available either, so a little bit of a miscommunication, I would say, between these two. Clearly, Clockwork thinking that they could do something, but Iceberg just not really having the resources to commit to a play there.
When he broke the smoke, I think they got a little bit surprised for how many heroes were there. I think General did save Iceberg from dying though by being there.
Just about causing an interruption. Yeah. Iceberg, he's trying to clear these out, but unfortunately
got plus 12
with
armor.
back speed. Look at this, they're not doing anything to him. They're not doing anything to Iceberg. And he just turns around, destroys one. Is he going to get Miracle as well? He's got a Doppelganger available right now, and that should get him to safety. My goodness, that was very insane.
It's insane how much work this Frost Armor has done. He just runs in, has like 15 armor.
Dead at the bottom. Ooh, hook shot across. General onto Wei, bring him down, and I don't think he's got a counterplay here. I think Wei's just going to lose his life, and now they can look towards the other kill. Though Mind Control's trying to bring down ALWAYSWANNAFLY. ALWAYSWANNAFLY turns around, gets the Laguna Blade off before she dies. Is going to set up for a kill on to Mind Control. General keeping his distance. I mean, despite all his strength, he doesn't have much armor. Mind Control just taking huge hits out of him, but with the battery assault, it doesn't make a difference. General's going to be able to get the double kill down here at bottom. A very impressive performance on this Clockwork so far.
General is just a Clockwork god when it comes to core Clockwork. He's been playing this for so many years. He really understands this hero inside out. He's like, yo, it's Slaughter? No problem. I got this battery in like 5 seconds. You're dead. Just zoned him out. Got him cogged up. So high level on this clock too. Like he's looking to solo kill Shaman, Ogre, Gyrocopter every time he sees him on.
That's his hit.
Deeply. Can't really deal with the Phantom Lancer for the time being. That's the rest of his team's problem.
Probably never will be able to, but he can dream.
Maybe if he gets Radiance at some point. That's pretty much it.
Or the flame.
The cloak, yeah, that's a good. That's a pretty good item for clock. That's for sure. They're baiting.
Gets a cloak of flames into an illusion lineup, then you're just feeling absolutely joyful, full of theme.
Yeah. But that item also makes you so tanky. Magic resistant armor. Oh, dream.
that is, but a long way off. We shall stop speculating on things which are on the horizon and instead commentate on things which are now. RodjER, of course, he is saving up for that shard. Wants to be able to grab that the moment it turns to 20 minutes. So strong. Iceberg, he's nearly got his BKB finished at this 14-minute mark. That's pretty intense. Iceberg had a great game so far, completely uncontested.
Gigantic on Iceberg. GH.
Yeah, just RodjER having some fun with him, catching him out.
The thing about Nigma at the moment is they don't only have one problem in Doom. The morphing is also very big. Oh, wait. Dodged the hook. That was a sure kill on Weave. That landed.
I'm not sure what that cooldown was from Wii. It looked like the Clockwork walked towards him and then just walked away, and I think we overreacted a little bit. To be the case.
If you're a gyrocopter and you run into a Clockwork, I think you're gonna overreact a lot.
Yeah, true.
That's a very scary.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like the counter is like if you don't cool down, then the Clockwork just hookshots you and kills you. So that's that. It's a fight over. So you have to cool down yourself just to stop him from jumping you, and then he missed the hookshot. So in the end, that play actually is probably what allowed Wii to survive there. Probably. A lot could have happened.
Middle tower
But nevertheless, General now finishes off this blade mail. So yeah, he's obsessed with Wii. He's got one here he wants to jump on, and then it's the gyrocopter.
V-Tune actually got to finish his E-Blade. They got the
into the mid lane, they go for the kill onto the Doom. They've got a lot of lockdown and a lot of damage to come through as well. They will be able to finish off Iceberg, and now they're going to try and turn it into a tier 1 tower. This tower is very low already, so it'll only take a couple of hits for Nigma to bring it down, and they are able to take the second tier 1 tower of the game at 15 minutes. This is slow, but Nigma, they want to speed things up, and they're going into this pit. They have themselves the Corrosive Haze, they have Wii, they have Miracle, all piling into the pit to try and take down the big boy.
They're going to defend this.
They're coming over. They want to do something about it. There's a hook shot available. It's not the fastest Rosh in the world either. RodjER with the Sun Rays going to see what's going on here, be able to figure it out. But Kuro is going to stun up onto the Phoenix. Now they get in with the Slithering Crush as well. Oh, the Supernova with the hook shot is going to keep it alive. It's not. Uh-oh, this is now looking real bad for the side of NAVI. They're going to lose 2 heroes straight off the bat. Always want to fly comes in by the side, trying to bring down Wii, but will be able to do so. Now gets heroes all over his face as Smite takes another one down. Miracle's the one getting all these kills though. He's got a triple kill currently. V-Tune was able to kill off Wii inside that pit, but now he's in some real trouble. He's got a haste rune and a waveform to get himself back, and I don't think they could chase much further than this on the side of NAVI, but still. Nigma going to be fairly happy with how this one went down. 3 heroes dropping. They do lose Wii, but they might be looking for more. Mind control, jumping forwards. Iceberg once again going for this target, but the shotgun comes out from V-Tune. They weren't ready. Wasn't expecting this one, but that said, Mind control still alive. Will finally get finished off as Iceberg pops a BKB to get himself away. Has a Doom available. He can find the right PL. He will use it. Casting that Ice Armor, and actually he's getting into the front lines, realizing how tanky he is with this BKB and this Frost Armor. The Nigma can't actually bring him down. We may be looking for a flank, or maybe looking to get back into Rosh, but NAVI are pretty low on HP at this point, so it seems very hard for them to keep on taking these engagements, but at the same time, they don't have that much choice.
Don't have the BKB either. Miracle, as soon as they got the Diffusal, they went on the aggressive. They got the kill onto the Doom. Actually, NAVI were waiting like about 30 seconds. The Morphing was going to finish E-Blade, and they were going to make a play first. But Nigma managed to get the drop on instead and create this insane amount of chaos. They still want to play on this Roshan. They want NAVI to come out and fight them.
They do indeed, yeah. Nigma, the hook comes through onto Wii. The prime target found, but he didn't actually get up the blade mail on time. Doesn't make a difference. They will still bring him down, but Clockwork will be traded for this. RodjER doing his best to keep him alive with the Sunray. Not quite enough, and now Nigma, they're into Rosh. They want to keep on trying to take him down. The longest Roshan we've seen in a while.
Level 2 haze now.
Continues hitting away at him. Can they finally finish the job? They want to clear out these snakes first. Are they finally backing away, NAVI? I don't think so. They've got a BKB available on Iceberg again, so he's just going to rock himself up into the pit, say hello to the enemy team. The shackles are out. Always want to fly. Needs to cancel. Does do so with the LSE. Can they get up the Doom in time? The BKB, none of it's available. He's going to lose his life, and now Miracle looks on towards Always Want to Fly as well as they lose mind control in response. V-Tune hanging out around the edge of this fight, but he doesn't have any mana. He's actually just buried himself out some clarities, but it's a little bit too late as this fight is already looking a little bit over for NAVI. They lose a couple more heroes. Nigma just getting the slightly better trades through these engagements again and again. And back into Roshan we go, folks. It is not ending.
That's exactly what they want. I mean, they don't have the slaughter. I don't think Nigma can take this without the Corrosive Haze. But this is what they're planning for, right? The Roshan is just a bait. It's like, you either give us a free Rosh or you come and fight us, and that's what we want. Like this Phantom Lancer with his hood and diffusal, he feels so amazing at this point in the game. He could just keep farming, but I think Navi are going to hit those timings that will allow them to kill the PL. He feels like he's the strongest hero on the map, wants to keep taking these engagements.
Well,
Sauter's back up. They're going to go back at it. They're not going to stop.
It's been a vicious few minutes of gameplay, and we think it's going to kick back up again pretty damn soon. Morphling, I mean, he's feeling a little bit... He did manage to find his Zero Blade just at the start of this whole shenanigan. Oh, Microjolt jumps in, finds Alina. Alina's going to take it down very quickly. But that's
he's next again.
Now looking towards the Doom. Doom gets off the BKB, but he's getting his health taken away just too quickly. He needs to find a Doom target. Navy will be able to turn around. Doom's up the PL. And meanwhile, V-Tune, he's stolen the Gyrocopter's forms, been able to get off a ton of damage. And now with the rocket collapsing onto PL, V-Tune gets on top of him, brings him down. Morphling is now very, very scary as they bring down two big Nigma heroes. The PL is out of the equation, and that means the Morphling will reign supreme, but the Doom did fall as well. Now, actually, Nigma, they're going to go for this. They actually managed to get the Hex off with him still in the Agi form. He does not have the Strength Morph going, and it will have the damage to bring him down. KuroKy trying to do something to buy the space for him, but just puts himself in an awkward position, though. Will get the kill somehow onto Mind Control, and Kuro's getting pretty low as well, but won't be enough to get the kill in the end, so... Wow, this game is just an absolute brawl. These guys are really, really just tearing pieces out of each other at this point. It is not pretty, but damn is it fun.
This is so insane. I mean, finally the Doom managed to get his ulti off onto Miracle. That's the only way they're going to be able to bring him down at this point. Because he's so elusive with that Doppelganger and that hood. And while this Doom is on cooldown, we might just see Nigma go back at it again when Sauter's alive. They're not going to stop. Really are not going to stop. Want that Roche. They want to fight. Keep burning the mana of this Morph and the Doom. Iceberg, he has to be careful. He needs to pop that BKB before he gets hexed off. When he gets too low and he pops the BKB, he's still going to die and get pressured up way too much.
What a wild game we've been having so far. It was a pretty quick laning phase, and then all hell just broke loose. Everyone just started tearing chunks out of each other. This Roshan still up, never got taken, by the way.
What I would like to see, no matter what, ought to scale up his flat cannon.
Oh, right.
That too. I want him to like just leave his flat cannon like level 1. Okay, he went to level 2. Just leave it there. Because when the Morphling turns into the Gyro, he's gonna feel very disappointed when he can't hit everybody 5 times.
You know,
and he's a magic build anyway.
I completely agree with that. Don't touch that flat cannon.
Magic build Gyro. You can just ignore it. Don't scale it up, and then when the Morph transforms, sad boy.
Definitely. I like that idea. Let's see if we commits to it.
It's the 5-head place.
Tis indeed. Tis indeed. At the same time, you know, the farming potential which Flat Cannon offers you might be tempted all the same, especially considering he's got Kuro on his team offering him the Bloodlust. Could be too tempting.
It's he's okay with it. I think Slaughter is like the real one that you want to keep Bloodlusting, and the Phantom Lancer. Pretty much. Like, Wee's there to just do the magic damage, right? With his Veil, missiles, the barrages. I mean, it's just the fact that Morphling won't have this big spike in the mid-engagement.
Yeah. Well, guess what it's time for? RodjER has managed to pick up the Aghanim's Shard and now has the Fire Spirits upgrade, so he's got these permanent Fire Spirits just constantly refreshing themselves around him. Would have been really good for the last engagements, but sadly didn't have it in time. And now it's NAVI trying to roach. Yeah, I don't think Nigma are going to be letting this go for free somehow. It's going down pretty quickly. Yeah, they need to get over here pretty damn fast. Smoke up.
They know. They know now.
Illusions into the pit. They know it's going on. Now, what is the play? GH comes in from the side, dropping the stage to get down the vision and trying to bring down the Phoenix straight away, but he's just going to lose his life so damn fast. BKB, no hesitation from V-Tune. Always want to fly dives in the back as we jumps in. They managed to get the Doom down actually onto the Gyro to control him up. He's playing cat and mouse with Iceberg. We want inside the pit. The Supernova will come crashing down. Now Nigma, well, they finish off Wee, who was doomed up, so no real surprise there. And Miracle being jumped by V-Tune in his own form. Zero Blade comes out onto Kuro, throwing out a couple of spells. Gotta be careful as V-Tune is running out of mana, and Miracle's gonna come in and try and actually get the rest of it as Mind Control gets on top of him as well. They've got the anti-armor down. Sunray, is it gonna be enough to keep him alive? Looks like it is. V-Tune, he's not taking enough damage at this point, but he has had to go full string. Not gonna offer much this engagement, and Miracle's not done. He wants to keep on jumping into the small people, gets the waveform up to the high ground. Meanwhile, the Clockwork's going to be an ample distraction. Nigma turn their attention towards taking down General. They will be able to do that. And now Stun comes out from ALWAYSWANNAFLY, holding Nigma back a little bit longer, but do they care is the question. Clockwork with the buyback. Does he have a hook shot? Yes, he does, but lands on illusion. Quite unfortunate. Can he find anything more? The answer is no. Nigma holding a defensive line very, very nicely, just using these spells to get the vision up onto the high ground, the rockets and all that jazz. And they will be able to keep their heroes alive. And now everyone is back in the game. It's going to be a full 5-on-5 when GH arrives back into this engagement on this Shaman.
Smoke again.
Smoke up immediate. They want to keep on going. They don't want to slow down this tempo. They know there's no doom this time. They can see their advantage. Mind Control jumping up, goes for the Blind Crush, doesn't find it, but the Hex comes out into the Morphling once again. GH finds him full. Actually perfectly done by the Shaman. They take out the Morphling, and now they can go on to everybody else. They turn toward General. He's gone as well. Clockwork out for the count. Iceberg has to blink himself away. This Roshan and this fight will belong towards Team Nigma. Perfect jump in from GH. He does it again with the Aether, with the blink, jumps in, gets a Hex, gets the Shackles, and just kills off the Morphling off Falaji. Beautiful stuff.
That's how you do it. You smoke up, you plant a ward onto the high ground. As soon as you see the target that you already know you're going to jump, which is the Morphling, you see him, boom, hit, Hex. As soon as he's dead, they don't have that E-Blade, they don't have that BKB. He doesn't even want to buy back, honestly. Because it's very awkward if you buy back in those situations, and his team just got caught down after that.
Top tower is under attack.
Now they got the big Aegis onto Miracle. Miracle has been playing like a madman for the last 10 minutes. Ever since he got that Diffusal Blade, he has not stopped attacking into Navi, and now with his Aegis, see what he's gonna do.
Let's see what the play is. Currently, we're pushing in the top lane, getting some power damage off, but unfortunately doesn't quite have the creep wave with him just now. I imagine they want this middle tower.
Yeah, they want the tier 2s for sure. Gonna open up the outpost. Miracle going for a Scotty next. That's going to be extremely annoying for Morphling. Morphling is gonna have to deal with not only a Scotty, but also the corrosive haze. When you're fully strength morphed, you're already low on armor, so it's gonna be really annoying for him. The Sunray also gonna get
fighting up to the walls here. Iceberg jumping in, looking for the Doom onto the Slaughter, and well, he's not going to throw it down because he doesn't really need to. They're going to be able to get the kill regardless. Meanwhile, stun out onto GH. VTune looking for the +1. Here's revenge for earlier, but Kuro and we are waiting on the sidelines. Can they finish the job here is the question. BKB even popped from VTune, just allowing him to get this kill. I really like that play from VTune, actually, just not hesitating on the BKB. Could have backed away, but instead went for the kill, and that's going to put some cooldowns going on the side of Team Nigma, slowing them down and wasting a bit more of this Aegis timer.
Yeah, they had to jump that Slaughter. That was a perfect jump on that word, like you said. Nigma, at the moment, they should probably be playing closer to Miracle. Very good play there from Navi. What's the timer on this Aegis now? About 3 minutes left, and they still haven't taken a tier 2 tower quite yet.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit worrisome for Nigma, but you know, their core's still doing very well, Miracle's still doing very well, but look at his net worth chart, it's very interesting. Miracle, Iceberg, VTune, all absolutely neck and neck, like literally 100 gold in all three of them. Very, very close for 1,000 gold between them.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Middle tower will go down. Finally get something from this at the very least. I mean, the question is really going to be, how do they deal with his PL in these engagements? Because he's not a hero which you can really ignore. You can't really go for the supporting cast when you're playing into PL. He's just going to rip through your team with all these.
Oh, this ward again. It's going to be the ward.
Take your mana.
Another fight. Kuro's not dewarding this yet. He's going for the first ward. They want someone to walk into this. Mind Control's a perfect jump.
Roll, flare out, looking for a target. They're hesitating a lot. They get the D ward out fast. I like that quite a lot. They're trying to get the D ward countered on Nigma, and they'll be able to do so as Miracle pushes forwards onto General, forcing him down the slope. He's still not be safe as Mind Control's going to complete the jump onto the Clockwork as he gets bashed away out by Miracle, but Miracle's actually looking for the target.
We got
Wants to jump on the Phoenix. Phoenix does have the supernova. He's going to get up onto the cliff. Beautiful little swoop in to do that. And now VTune, LSA, down onto the Slaughter from the Gudabay. The damage to kill off Mind Control. Yes, they do. Adaptive Strike will do the job. Beautiful fight from RodjER as he swoops up onto the high ground, gets off the supernova, and that's when Nigma know they can no longer go for this fight. And of course, Iceberg finding his dream target every single time. This man does not miss his dooms. He finds a target he wants, he brings him down, and it is just absolutely brutal to get your gyrocopter doomed up when he's gone for this kind of build.
Yeah, again, Nigma fighting into the vision of Navi, able to find that gyrocopter. Wee's gonna have to be a little bit more careful positioning, and if he sees anybody, he's gonna have to pop that BKB right away. That's pretty much the only way that he's gonna be able to get away
Dire's middle
at this
tower
point.
is under attack.
Miracle, his age is soon to run out, just another minute left.
Radiant's bottom tower.
They do
is
have the
under
tier 2
attack.
tower mid taken, so the outpost is open.
Dire's middle
For Nigma
tower
now?
has fallen.
I think I've just found Iceberg's favorite item. Elven
What is
tunic.
it?
You know, I was saying how he holds onto Faded Brooch till the end of the game. Well, this gives you movement speed as well. So
It does, a lot too.
yeah,
And evasion. It's really nice against PL.
yeah, very good. They will find one on the enemy team, and I'm fairly sure the PL is going to be wanting to take this one up. Mindbreaker's good, but Elven Tunic also very, very strong. Yeah. It's hard to
He
fit in.
doesn't know which one he wants.
Yeah, he keeps switching them.
He's keeping both. It's like, this is both amazing. He's gonna give it to Mind Control. That Elven Tunic from Mind Control is really nice. Attack speed for Slaughter. Oof.
Dreamy. Dreamy.
Yep.
And now they're looking for target. General, a little bit cut off here. Does have the cogs. Does have a battery cell as well, but GH comes in, turns him into a chicken, and now they're going to roast him up and have some lovely, lovely lunch. Now he's off by thinking of coming close to that, but realizing there wasn't much to do. And they get the Observer on the high ground as well, and that means an area of the map will belong to Nigma. This high ground and this triangle is no longer Navi's territory.
And they get the double outpost. RodjER gonna be hunted for a bit. Yeah, he is. Off the map he goes.
See ya.
It's gonna have Shivas very soon on RodjER. Like this Philosopher's Stone plus the Aghanim Shard just makes Phoenix.
Yeah.
That being said,
farm out from nowhere.
can I ask you, where in the world is Kuro getting all this gold from? Look at his net worth.
Yeah, that's interesting. Pass.
I mean, he only has 2 deaths. Yeah, I mean, the shard is pretty nice too, like we talked about it at the start. Pretty much the only 2 heroes that actually have a shard right now. And the Ogre Magi.
Yeah, it's going to be
but-
interesting to see in action. I haven't seen it yet. Launches fireballs at the attacker, dealing 125 damage. This is pretty crazy when you look at the value of this. So it can multicast, and it's going to return, what, so 375 damage per cast? Like, what?
No. It
Steep,
multicasts the effect of the fire shield, like when you throw it onto your team.
Yeah, so you can have it on you and someone else,
Yeah,
similar to how
yeah,
Bloodlust
yeah.
works. But that's, you know, if you use 1/8 ability, you're going to get, like, all these fireballs coming back at you. So Phoenix is going to have to be very careful. As is V-Tune, to be honest. We'll see how that plays. It's one of those things you can't really see how effective it's going to be until we actually see it in action. Potential to be very scary. Oh, by the way, we have a Cloak of Flames. I don't know if you spotted this one, but PL.
Who's got it?
Phantom
Yale's
Lancer.
got it. Oh, he's happy to have that. Yeah, it looks like he's happy to have that in the Mindbreaker. It gives him magic
Radiant's
resist,
bottom tower is under attack.
plenty of damage. His illusions are going to be able to burn the opponents too. Farm waves with his Manta if he needs to. Really big item. Oh,
Radiant's
the DD in his backpack.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Miracle.
How about Radiant? They get one?
No,
Cloak of
no,
Flames? They did not.
No, they didn't get the Cloak of Flames. They got
Awkward.
Mindbreaker, Paladin
Love that
Sword,
one.
Elven Tunic, and Enchanted Quiver.
Radiant's
There it is.
bottom
Smoke.
Going in, jumping on top of him, throwing down the Infernal Blade. Doesn't want to commit the Doom to it though. Interestingly, it's because they've got in the backline. They take it down, always want to fly. The backstab play from Nigma works out pretty damn well. Now look towards RodjER as well, who's stunned up by the rocket. I'll jump back in here though. Supernova just about coming up. A bit of time. They're going to try and turn it around. Can they bring him down? They've got the Doom out of the PL. He's gone. They get the kill. And now towards Wee as well. He doesn't stand a chance of getting away. That's a double kill for V-Tune. They turn it around. The last second, the last sliver of HP. And the Phoenix will survive and turn this fight into the favor of
Roshan?
NAVI. Good God, that was close though. That was so close to being Nigma's fight, but just that one little play turns in the favor of NAVI. And wow, that's a huge swing. And they're looking for more. They're looking for Mind Control. Mind Control though, he's slithering up to the trees. Little fishy isn't getting caught today as he gets that TP out.
So Phantom Lancer had a DD on him. It actually backfired because Iceberg knew exactly which one was a real Phantom Lancer and gets that Doom out. And honestly, right now, Miracle is everything on Nigma's side. If not for Miracle, they cannot deal with the Morphling or the Doom. And Roshan is now up. This is not something Nigma can give up. Aegis and Cheese, they're gonna have to.
Choice.
You don't have a choice, exactly. It's all good for Navi at the moment. They're gonna be able to go bottom now, take the tier 1 bottom, take the tier 2 as well, play in the triangle of Nigma. Nigma, they need to find a better angle, catch the right target, especially Iceberg. If this Doom comes out onto the Phantom Lancer, they just can't win the fights.
A lot at stake here. I mean, this is Nigma close to elimination at this point. Na'Vi, they have the Aegis. They're a game up in this best of 3 series. It's the semi-finals. Gotta be
Still a lot of Dota to be played, Nomad.
There is indeed. There's also a lot at stake.
Because RodjER, that's gonna be very powerful against the Phantom Lancer.
Dire's top
What's
tower is under attack.
V-Tune's next item? He's got the Scotty. He has something up. Waiting for the Doom to be up. 15 more seconds before they try something. Oh, they got 2 Shivas actually. Iceberg and RodjER.
Is that okay? Stacking Shivas?
Ready to burn.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, maybe Iceberg wants to go for an AC. I think that would have been a little bit better, giving armor to your teammates as well. But 2 Shivas, you know, can't really go wrong with it.
But they are waiting for this. They're on the high ground. Mind control. He goes in with a 3-man stomp and immediately takes down ALWAYSWANNAFLY. He's just completely eliminated from the engagement. But look across towards Iceberg as well. Miracle doesn't really want to commit to this one, and they actually might give up mind control. But that said, GH jumps in with a Hex onto the Doom, has a Shackle as well. They're going to try and deal with him as the split fight breaks out, but they are able to deal with Iceberg. Meanwhile, General gets killed off in the back. V-Tune's still okay, but there's a whole team coming onto his head right now. He does get the Doppel away, stealing the PL's form, but Nigma are coming in thick and fast. The BK out. BKB from V-Tune gets him out of there. RodjER going for a TP as well. Might not be so lucky as they jump on the Slithering Crush and bring down the Phoenix. This fight, it belongs to Nigma. They don't take down the Morphling, they don't take away his Aegis, but they get 3 big kills instead.
And that was Navi playing into Nigma's vision right there. Lina going in, trying to go for the D ward, instantly gets jumped and blown up by mind control. This game has just come down to who gets the jump first on the right target under their own wards. Like that's pretty much been every single fight so far.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, that was really brutal. I did not expect the Lina to die. Well, actually, I did expect the Lina to die that quickly, but still somewhat caught me off guard. By the way, this just a couple of shards we've got coming out. There is a Aghanim's shard on the Lina, so Laguna Blade now does AoE along its length. It's a bit interesting.
Ooh, against PL's illusions? Okay.
Yeah,
that could be good.
Should be able to just tear them down.
Ooh,
A long hook shot from General, landing it straight onto the correct target. Managed to get GH there, turning around, trying to blow him up. The V-Tune joins inside the Cox and gets that kill. Now from that BKB, turning it around, but General is going to die. Meanwhile, Morphling in the middle of the fight. BKB is about to run pretty low, but he still has that Aegis. Miracle though, they found him. They're targeting him. Can they bring him down? Wave forwards. Mind control comes in, tries to help him out. Is it going to be enough? No, it is not. They get the kill onto Miracle, and now, well, they're hunting for more. I'm not sure they're going to find it. Mind control a little bit too quick. Everybody else is going to make themselves scarce, but nevertheless, they make the successful defense on the side of Na'Vi. But man, these fights so close, so close.
I also saw Miracle just now sending Illusions middle and Illusions top, and with that Cloak of Flames, it actually killed the entire creep wave. Flames is not, the damage is not reduced from coming from the Illusions.
middle tower is under attack.
Basically,
they have no waves right now going out for Navi at the moment.
3 Radiance, pretty sick. Meanwhile, RodjER, he's in some trouble, popping the Supernova up here in the top lane, but they're going to be able to rip through this egg pretty damn quickly. He loses life and uses the cooldown at the same time. Don't think Nigma are going to be able to do anything with this, though.
What Navi as well. The lane's out. They gotta get these waves out to something. PL being dead.
So damn tense. One misstep from either team, it could cost them a whole hell of a lot. You know, there is a lot of this
Butterfly.
AoE on the side of Navi to try and take down these PL illusions. They don't seem to be struggling too much to find a real PL if they can get that critical jump. The PL gets to jump on them, he gets to decide where he stands. He's not going to go in until he feels completely safe, and that makes it very difficult for Navi to catch him out.
Miracle is not really going for anything defensive. Satanic no longer gives status resist anymore. So I think that's one of the reasons why Doom is going to be even stronger now. Because one of the problems with Doom was if a hero went for S and Y and Satanic, then your Doom doesn't really last that long.
Yeah.
But now with Satanic status resist being removed from it, not that amazing of an item anymore. So Miracle just going all in on the damage instead. Buys the Basher, gonna go Abyssal Blade. They're gonna try and kill the Doom before the Doom comes out onto him. That's their game plan right now on Nigma.
Is that their one of their biggest win components of a fight?
Definitely. Like Doom is pretty much the biggest target right now. Because without the Doom, I can't really see Navi killing Miracle.
And what about on the other side? What's the team fight win conditions for Navi?
Radiant plus
Doom the Phantom Lancer then, right?
Well, that's easy.
That's their, that's easy. That's their win condition. Like they can jump Shadow Shaman, they can jump the Ogre, sure. Those are nice kills. Even a Gyrocopter, nice kills, but the Phantom Lancer is the one who's creating all that.
But here down he goes again. He does have buyback, thankfully, but still that's a very clean kill. He's just going to buy back immediately. General, even looks at the engagement. So just jumping into the middle,
Miracle
they
is
find the target, gets the Doom onto Miracle, and now in comes V-Tune, tearing him apart. Down goes the PL, and they get the cogs out onto Wee. He's going to try and get the TP away, do the damage to stop it. No, looks like they've stunned him up regardless. Okay, good night. What interrupt his TP there? Well, nevertheless, they get the kill.
Overclock hookshot.
Ah, okay, yeah, that's looking like it must have been it. Wow, down he goes. Two big heroes dead on the side of Nigma. No buyback on the PL. This could be definitely going to be a tier 2.
That's
could even be
That's
tier
a
3 or
Rax.
barracks for Navi.
Most definitely gonna be a Rax. Like again, without Phantom Lancer, without Miracle, Nigma is just not a team right now.
Dire's structures.
Every time Iceberg gets that Doom onto PL, you can pretty much just be like, yo, alright, they won this fight, let's try to get out. Oh, they're backing up.
Ours is insane. Leader's in some trouble. She's going to get caught out. They have the shackles. They get the kill. Always-Wanna-Fly is gone. Well, that was surprising.
Yeah, Clockwork. So General TP back, and Phoenix was also bottom. He actually had to get out of there. I'm not so sure why he TP back. Maybe he wanted to get a catch on somebody, but they just lost a lot of possible momentum. Take this high ground, and the Rax here. Nobody on Nigma even had to buy back. They just pretty much defended with the other 3 heroes that had left. Very fortunate now for Nigma.
Yeah, they
Very
get
good play on them.
Thing here.
Okay, so what happened was they were afraid of GH using Mass Serpent Wards on the bottom racks. Tier 3 tower is already dead. So they TP back the General.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they TP back General to try and up him from being able to do that. So very good play on the side of GH. Otherwise, definitely dead racks without your Phantom Lance having buyback.
Okay, this is your minutely shard updater. We do have a new shard coming in from the west. It is a Shackles shard for GH, who's going to create some snakes when he shackles some heroes, which will last, I think, 5 seconds or something. 8 seconds. Pretty neat, and increases Shackles' cast range as well, which is also pretty neat. All around neat and cool shards, but mind control could be a bit of danger here. Navi looking to set up, the hookshot comes through, actually getting the 2 of them inside the cogs, very nicely done. The BKD from mind control, it's not enough to help him survive though. V2 just does too much damage. Meanwhile, Iceberg jumps in, just wants to control up GH and force him away from this fight as V2 steals the PL form, and they will be able to run down GH as the right click comes in. That is a Spirit Lance to finish the job, get the kill, and this is going to open up Roshan coming up in 5 seconds. Navi should have it. There is no buyback on the Ogre Magi. There is a PL pushing down mid, and we in the jungle. But yeah,
And a refresher.
fight.
On this rush, Navi want this so bad for their Doom. Want that? Like I said, it was a weird fight because they were under a ward, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were not checking the vision. They were not getting rid of that ward first. Navi sees just an Ogre and a Slaughter, and they're like, wait, there's no PL here. We can just jump this. So they do just that, get 2 very big kills. Now Nigma having to buy back on GH too.
Is it going to be enough though? I mean, they need to be in this pit now. It's on half health.
Where's Miracle?
Getting lower.
Miracle's not going. Miracle's going bottom. He has
Okay.
no intentions of fighting this.
Wow. Big bounty from Roshan, spewing out all sorts of goodies. A refresher shard for the Doom. Oh boy, you were struggling to dodge one Doom, now you gotta dodge two.
Dire are
He also has that Radiance that he picked up 2 fights ago. That's a pretty big Phantom Lancer killer. That's one of the reasons why he's been able to find the PL. He just pops the Shivas, the Radiance burns away, and all the illusions are dead. And now you can see where the real Phantom Lancer is. And he's also got Aghanims now. So this is going to break the PL and has only 100-second cooldown.
Yeah, that break is pretty huge.
Oh, he instantly eats it. Okay, buys Ags and eats it right away. Yeah, is gigantic on this Doom at the moment.
I feel like the Penta Edge Sword is very fitting for Doom as well. I feel like that should belong to him anyway, so.
More attack range. Further Infernal Blade. Pretty cool.
Yeah, fits the hero very nicely and thematically as well, you know, pentagons. Or pentagrams, sorry, being the sign of the beast and all that stuff. But
Radiant
nevertheless, Nigma know the smoke is going. They're going to back themselves away, get up onto their high ground. They do not want to give anything to Navi, and they do not want to fight them whilst they have this Aegis available. This Morphling is doing so much damage. He's got Daedalus now finished up as his next item. Interestingly, gone for the Flicker. What is he wanting to purge?
The Haze and the Sodar.
Right, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, E-Blade possibly. Gyrocopter has a Hex now. That's a pretty big item if they can get the initiation with the Hex. They just want to sit on the high ground, I think, on Nigma. They don't want to take any downhill fights. They need every little advantage they can possibly get, every vision. Because this Doom with Refresher Shard and Aegis on Morphling, way too hard to just run into.
They need to find an opening, wait it out, play it patiently, but they know that. Very, very patient. Maybe wait and see if Navi make a mistake. They dangle someone mid who maybe they can see someone top, which they now can, but doesn't look like they want to make a play onto RodjER. Last time, that didn't go down so well. He got off the Supernova anyway. Things got very over very quickly. Like, God does jump in for it, but thankfully RodjER wasn't nearby.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Slaughter did have a shard queued up earlier, but doesn't look like he's committed to it.
Who?
Mind control on the Slaughter.
Oh, right.
I had it queued up earlier on, but changed his mind. Meanwhile, we just doing a bit of split pushing down at bottom, trying to put some pressure onto Navi's side of the map and force some of their heroes back. Possibly make a play or at least release a bit of the pressure on their base.
I just realized how quick Mind Control actually attacks with Bloodstone. Sorry, not Bloodstone. Bloodlust, Leveler, and the Solar Crest from KuroKy. Just watch him on the next creep wave. Got a lot of attacks.
Get a Moonshard and just chain lock down people. They're going for him right now. They'll drop down everything, but gets a BKB up in time, and Nigma, just kidding, they back themselves up to the high ground. Just a prank, bro.
Yeah, just a prank. Just touching him a little bit, you know, seeing what's up, and then Navi just show up with all their heroes. They want to try and blow him up at least one time.
Kind of impressive that they were actually able to just, like, everyone was just able to back away there. Yeah.
I think they would have got him if GH would have used his Hex there, but I guess just get there on time. 1 more minute. They're just waiting one more minute. Miracle just constantly sending his Mantas out. It is killing these creep waves.
Yeah, the Focus Flame is doing so much. Come in, take the Ancients. Do we have some new items coming up soon? Oh no. No one's taking a Stormcrafter, sadly. It's okay. It's not that great.
Oh, Miracle?
Mini Yule. Uh-oh. They're jumping him right now, and they're going to be able to take out Iceberg. They take him down. Meanwhile, VTune comes to backline, finds GH and unloads into Kuro. Gets himself the second kill. His BKB's not going to last much longer, though. Nigma want to try and make a counterplay. He still has that Aegis. The hookshot comes in. They take down Miracle on the front lines. Deary me. Nigma get torn to shreds. The buyback is there from Miracle, which is going to use immediately. And I think they want to try and make a play from this as they'll jump forward onto VTune. His come through as well. Mind control of the two-man back to the backline, trying to hold back the rest of NAVI. They try and deal with the Morph Morphling. They're turning their attention towards now General as well. In comes the Supernova. It does not save the Morphling. It is not. It is Aegis has gone as well. Now they look towards General. He goes on the Supernova. Will pop from RodjER, and he's going to try and get himself out. Says Sia, but unfortunately he doesn't make it over the cliff. And now he's a sitting bird. He gets poached, taken on down. All of them dead on the side of Na'Vi. A buyback from ALWAYSWANNAFLY, but it's going to do absolutely nothing. And the timing is beautiful from Nigma as they find the Morphling at the worst possible opportunity.
Oh, they had the timer. They were waiting for him for his Aegis to run out. Miracle was just sitting there. He was like, yo, here it goes. 1 second.
Look at this on the replay.
That's it.
Look at this on the replay. Mind Control jumps back, stuns them up, allows them the time to kill off the Morphling to let that Aegis go. They just wait. They just wait.
Yeah, watch Miracle right now. He's just going to stand there. He's waiting. He's not going to attack. Wait. Dead.
That was
beautiful.
Pixel perfect from Nigma. And now we have the high ground beat coming in. Mind Control's going to be able to take down ALWAYSWANNAFLY. It's a dive back on her, but Miracle in the backline's finding up with the Morphling and not doing so well. Doppelganger away. General's trying to control him up, and they've got a Hex out onto the Morphling. He could be in some danger. Can Miracle get on top of him? It's a question. He's being beleaguered by the clockwork as they jump onto feature and they're taking him down. Do they have the damage? Yes, they do. He's dead again. No buyback available for the Morphling. Miracle's still fighting a fin. This one, he's not that healthy. He has to run away from Iceberg. Iceberg sees him, has a Doom, doesn't need to use it, I don't think, although Miracle still trying to play it out here. We're trying to run to the side, won't be able to do so. He's dead now, buyback as well. Iceberg, he's actually going to refresh for the Beekeepy, try and drop the Doom down now onto the Slardar. RodjER helping him out as well. Slardar getting pretty low, needs to run himself away. Kuro as well, just trying to turn the fight around. But they drop Iceberg, they have the damage for him. The Doom is dead, and I look towards RodjER as well. There's 2 heroes left on the side of Na'Vi. Never mind, make it 1 as they get another kill. How did that Doom just get exploded? What are we watching here, folks?
Oh, I mean, that corrosive haze just does so much damage to him. He just kept getting stunned.
414 damage dealt by the Fire Blast, and then 240
yeah, the Ogre
damage
Magi
dealt from the Ether Shock as well.
That's actually incredible. They have so many disables on the side of Nigma. They lose the Phantom Lancer though, so they can't really end the game right here, but they will be able to take some towers. Lina's
they
alive
put Divine Rapier on Wii. They've got the damage to take the face. Yeah, generally
that's not a magic build. Actually. That's not a magic build. Eating on Rapier all of a sudden.
This
really
one
good
might
call.
be over. General, he's going to throw his life in, see what he can do, but we will tear him apart. And I'll turn around, and they will take down the ancient clutch rapier build. Gives the damage they need to explode the throne and draw this series even. Unfreaking believable. That was an insane turnaround from Nigma.
NAVI's turn to ban.
Dire team ban.
Hello and welcome back once more to the OGA Dota pit, where we are here for the final game of Nigma versus NAVI in this lower bracket finals. The winner goes on to face OG in a best of 5 grand finals. The loser is done and will take a very noble 3rd place. Eben, we had a very wild game in game number 2. It really was to the wire. Anybody could have taken it in the end, and in the end, it was Nigma that were able to just kind of calm down, make these pixel perfect, surgeon-like plays, and in the end, turn the game into their favor. And that is why we are now at this 1-1 position. So, game number 3, what are we expecting? The Doom
expecting the Doom 100%. That Doom was way too much trouble for Nigma for sure, and they're not going to be able to get another situation where they get like this Phantom Lance do pretty well against Doom and make it hard for him to be able to get that good Doom target. Because Navi, all they're doing right now is just dooming Miracle. Right? They see Miracle, they doom him. That's all they really care about. So that's a good ban. We're gonna have a little bit of a different game for sure now. Navi, they go with the Phoenix first pick. We're probably gonna see the Mars this time around since Doom gone. They were not able to get it last time, but this time it is gonna be open for them. That being said, I wonder if Nigma might just take the... Oh, I think it's a good pick. They go with the Ogre again. Ooh, Kuro feels really good with the Ogre from the last game, and he should. He was extremely farmed. He had a lot of impact in the fights. He had a crazy amount of damage output late game, and that shield, it was, you know, doing a little bit of work. I was watching the fights here and there, and they actually go instead with the Chen that did not get banned out from Nigma this time around. Going for the Mars. That means Nigma, they probably should be banning out the Storm here, I think. That's really good. That's Navi's bread and butter with Chen. Zeus also remaining. Their secondary option if you don't get the Storm Spirit.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. So the changes to Chen were a little bit interesting, right? Divine Favor no longer has an active component. Holy Possession can now be cast on already converted units, teleport it to you, or can be cast on your own hero to teleport all creeps to you. So you don't have the teleportation ability to use in the laning phase anymore. However, it will come with the shard if you want.
10 seconds remaining.
It's not. It's a different ability now.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's the.
remaining.
This is actually the old Chen. Yeah. If you guys, most people probably don't know this. This is the old school Dota players will know. This is the TI3 Pudge Fountain Hook Chen. Yeah. Right. So you send one of your teammates home, then you take the hook and it takes you back. Obviously, you can't do that anymore, even with the shard. But you can still play this Chen with the Storm. So the Storm just like you send him home and then he zips in. He does like crazy amount of damage. And then
10 seconds remaining.
Once he's back home, he can TP back into the fight as well. There's still a lot of cool stuff that you can do with this, but the idea is still there, right? You just stack up for your Storm, you get him this really quick Orchid, 11-12 minutes, and then you just use the Chen's creeps to like take towers while the Storm just has the freedom to kill here.
Yeah, basically that. Enables him is the keyword. Chen just enables the Storm to be what he wants to be, whoever he wants to be. There's some fun stuff as well, I remember, from back in the day when you could do the zip out of the fountain on the Storm with the Chen relocate back home. Do you remember that one?
That's a base defense.
Out of base over and over again.
Really annoying.
Back. So we'll see if that one comes in. Yeah, Morphling. First phase by Nigma.
I think they feel the power of the Morphling in the last game, and this time around they're just banning the Anti-Mage and Phantom Lancer. Like when you beat a hero and then you go back after the game, you're thinking like, what if we didn't have Phantom Lancer? Like, what would we have done against this Morph? How would we have been able to beat them? And then they're like, oh shit, there may be nothing. So they just like, let's take it ourselves. Why not? And there's some options now for Nigma because Miracle can play this Morphling middle. He can also play it as a carry. There's a lot of possibilities there, and you know how Kuro likes to think. He always thinks about the flexibility, how hard he can flex his lineup, and which lanes that they can go to as well. Like even if the same players will be playing the hero. Like last game, Sodar mid on mind control. That's not something that you would normally see.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it was interesting, but under the circumstances, it did okay. Remaining. The Doom did still come out on top, of course, but the Slider was mainly focused on getting himself a good lane in the early first 5 minutes and then making rotations around and opening them out for his team, which he did do very well.
One more thing is Morphling is very good against Phoenix. You buy Manta, you remove the Fire Spirits, and you just kill the egg. You have insane amount of attack speed. You're gonna have an Ogre now. Ogre, Morphling, also a very strong lane in the safe lane. Chen and Phoenix are not heroes that really pressure up a Morphling either on one of the side lanes. So I am expecting this Morph to have a very good game. I wonder if Nigma is gonna ban out RodjER here. Thinking about the shard, but they banned Spectre instead. That is an illusion hero who can buy Scotty. I'm not so sure if that's something Navi would have been good with though. Some playmaking heroes, I think, not a Navi, or something that can pressure up early game.
Yeah.
10 seconds.
The early pressure
remaining.
heroes, they've definitely been very important. I mean, game number one, you know, it was all about
5
that spirit
seconds
moving
remaining.
around, making the plays, GH, making stuff happen. They'd end up losing that game, but if it wasn't for GH, they wouldn't have been ahead in the first place. DP also very early pressure. That hero's now getting chain banned out, so Nigma need to bring in something new. What shall it? Anything you'd like to see from this team?
I think they just play their game. Shadow Shaman was really nice, I think, last game. Shadow Shaman plus the Ogre combo, that was freaking sick, because late game you got so many disables coming out, and the enemy carry feels very pressured to just pop that BKB right away. I think these Thunder heroes in general became even better because Satanic is super nerfed without status assist, right?
Yeah.
These Thunder heroes late game felt really bad because of Satanic. Like, we might even see a resurgence of heroes like Earthshaker, for example. Earthshaker was getting hard countered late game by Satanic SNY builders, and that's why we see him like falling off, even though he can have a lot of impact early and mid. But even Shadow Shaman, same thing.
Crystal Maiden.
They go with the Crystal Maiden. Ooh, is this the 4 or the 5 Maiden? Because Ogre Magi is same thing, 4 or 5 problems, right? Like, which one are you gonna play? Or maybe they're gonna flex the Ogre as a mind control hero, position 3. Mars picked up. Very good for Navi. We saw that in game 1, the combo. The shard on Mars, that was very impactful as well. Very powerful shard, actually.
Yeah, yeah. The 2 men on the
10 seconds
arena
remaining.
seems very, very powerful. It's definitely excited to see a bit more of that.
5
And now you have the
seconds
Mars
remaining.
Phoenix as well. I'm actually very surprised Nigma let this go, but they wanted to ban out those carries which they felt would match up well against the Morphling, so they let the Mars through. They must have an idea about this, though. They have to. Also, is Kuro going to be playing the Ogre or the CM? I think it's going to be GHCM.
I think it is too, because, well, it's weird, because the Phoenix, even though Fly the Moon can play it, he can also go to the offlane with it, right? What they want is the CM to be paired up into the Chen's lane, wherever that may be. So that's the hard part for Nigma at the moment, is figuring out what lane the Chen is going and what lane the Phoenix is. And Nigma are going to pick up an Invoker here. So this is going to be Quaswex Invoker, providing alacrity for the Morphling later. That's going to put a lot of threat onto the Phoenix as well. Another buffer for the Morphling. I really like this pick
10 seconds
from Nigma.
remaining.
I was also thinking maybe they would go for a Viper instead, because they see the
5
Mars,
seconds remaining.
but they just go with the Invoker anyway.
Yeah, I think it's looks like a good Invoker game to me. They don't have like the heroes which Invoker really hates playing against.
Yeah, hear me out, Nomad. Getting the head of Kuro, okay, right now. Okay,
All right.
telling his team, guys, I can play support Invoker again. Played that before, right? Play support Invoker in the past, and then Mind Control plays Ogre, and then we're gonna let Navi pick their last 2 cores, and then we're gonna pick Viper last pick. Counter their cores.
Okay, that's some Galaxy Brain stuff right there. We'll see which direction they choose to take it. I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they did try and do something as big brain as that, as interesting as that. You know, it's Nigma. If they see the opportunity, they might go for it. But, you know, it's all about if it's right, if it's the right play. That is all they care about. They're not going to try and throw curveballs just for the sake of throwing.
Drow Ranger.
And there's a Drow.
Drow Ranger. Oh, we were looking at that. We're like, are they gonna pick Drow Ranger? I was thinking Drow might have been a better ban than Spectre, honestly, because of the early game tempo that it provides. And also, now with the shard effect, you can actually kill the Morphling quite easily. To be honest.
10 seconds
Just
remaining.
so the shard effect, for those of you who don't know, I would just pull it out right here.
Remaining.
Shard effect is Frost Arrows now apply a hypothermia stack to enemy heroes, reducing their regeneration by 10% per stack, and it has 7 stacks. First, they deal 60 magic damage per stack and 25% slow for 2 seconds. So that means if the hero with the hypothermia dies, it hits all the targets that are near it, dealing again 60 times the amount of stacks that it has. Most of the time, you're probably going to have 7 stacks.
10 seconds.
It's a lot of damage to every.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt, but it's more about that regen de-amplification.
Yeah, 70%.
Yeah,
at max.
Now, the difference is, you know, he is going to start strength morphing immediately unless you get the science out onto him. That's the big kicker, right? If you can get the science out and start getting those stacks off, then the morphing's going to be in some real trouble. But at the same time, you know, as long as you get a decent luck with your precision shot as well, with your ultimate, then you can do a lot of damage to a morphling anyway if you catch him off guard with your science, because of course you ignore his base, which is very bad for morphling when he's full AG. So there's always a threat on the board, which is why I really like Drown to morph. It's a very good feeling matchup. And on Nigma, they do ban out the Storm and the Zeus, as predicted.
Got that.
There we go.
Thank you.
Tick, tick. So, Navi, final pick. They need their mid laner.
10 seconds remaining.
How we do our homework, right, Nomad?
You do your
5
homework and
seconds
I
remaining.
ride off your victories. Trying, think. Well, is it a Lesh game? Could it be a Lesh game?
It could be a Lesh game. You're right. You're right. It could be a Lesh game. But Lesh into Invoker is a very hard thing because in the lane you're just gonna get Tornado, Cold Snap, Shadow Fiend. Yes. Oh, I wanted to.
Okay. I like this.
Literally thinking about this.
Yeah.
I love the Shadow Fiend picker. This is something Nigma have ran with Vengeful Spirit, but Jaw Ranger Shadow Fiend is very similar because you get the aura, right? The agility aura for the buff in the SF. SF very similar to Storm as well. Can farm stacks very well with the Chen stacking for him.
5
Have a lot of magic damage. The shard effect, not that amazing. Probably won't be seeing it, but SF is a hero that can get 5 slot, 6 slot very quickly. I do expect them to go for some kind of a magic build though, because they are lacking a little bit of that inside of the Mars.
I speak for the team.
The ulti from SF, Requiem. Ooh, NP. All right, who's going where then? Micro chose NP. Okay, so it's gonna be not anything crazy with support Invoker, just GH on the CM. Program Magi, played by Kuro. And they're just gonna want to find the Chen and probably match the
Crystal Maiden, GH. That's what I wanted to see this game. I'm pretty excited about this.
I am
but the
too.
Iceberg SF, I mean, this is one of his classic heroes. You know, he's a CIS player, right, guys? He plays Shadow Fiend to a very good standard. You can always trust that a CIS player will be able to do that, and Iceberg is absolutely no different. I'm expecting him to go for the magic build, and this magic build has received like indirect buffs from the patches recently. It's going to be very interesting to see it, but if the game does go late, you can now upgrade your Blink Dagger, which I think is huge. I think it's really big that you can now upgrade Blink Dagger because it's just slot efficiency. When you get to those, as you mentioned, he can get 6 slotted quite easily, and once you get to that 6 slot, you know, it's usually you're like, I've got a Blink Dagger. This offers me no stats. I kind of want to get rid of this, but at the same time, I still want to use Blink. Boom. Now you've got the arcade Blink Dagger you can use on Iceberg. It's very luxury, yeah, but it's going to reduce the cast time of his ultimate by a hell of a lot. So it's very, very strong. I've heard. I haven't seen it in action, but I've heard it's very strong in the late game if we do get to that point, which, judging my last game, pretty likely. But the final pick from Nigma, of course, is going to be Mind Control. That's going to round out their draft. Theban, based on these drafts, based on what you're seeing, could you possibly suggest who you think might be slightly favored to win this game? I know in the series that's very, very difficult ask, but where would you put yourself?
Maybe we should leave that to the viewers, Nomad, as to I think this draft is very 50-50, maybe like a 1% edge for the one or the other. I just want to see if Nature's Prophet can TP mid and get a few kills on the Shadow Fiend. If that were to happen, I think Nigma are looking golden. Because when that Shadow Fiend dies a couple of times, it's going to have a very hard time battling up Ogre Magi, morphling out like all the disables and the burst damage that can come out. But Navi though, they have that lineup that can win in like 20 minutes.
Alrighty then, folks, that is the draft now done. Let's get into the game. It is game number 3, the elimination match. It all comes down to one last game. Who's it going to be? Nigma, Navi, based on these drafts, they're very, very even. I think we've got a very close game. I would say there's a potential for Na'Vi to completely snowball this game if their lanes go too well. This Drow and SF thing, it offers a hell of a lot of pressure on the map if they get to walk around and do whatever the hell they want, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. We're going to be very, very tight on their lanes. All I know is that it's going to be a good game, so let's get into it. Game number 3 as we start things off. Nigma, they're using their treants to scout forwards for them here and see if they can catch anybody off using this cover of the darkness at nighttime.
Gonna be so much harder for Nigma to see where the Chen is. Get to see him paired up because of this nighttime. The early words are already coming out from Navi. 2 of them, both planted. Oh, you know what's gonna be pretty cool?
What's that?
I wonder if General is gonna go for the Orb of Corrosion. It costs 800 gold. It combines the orbs and a fluffy hat, so you get a little bit of HP as well from it. Could be possible. That's a hero that can utilize it. He didn't get it in the previous game, but I think this is an item that we might see for some position 4 heroes.
Yeah, 0 fluffy
like
hats so far has me very, very disappointed. I want to see some hats. Fluffy hatters.
Fluffy hat gang.
Fluffy hat fan club, let's go. Maybe we get to finally see one and get our lovely hats on. But this mid lane is going to be quite interesting. It's Invoker versus Iceberg, Shadow Fiend, 2 classic matchups, and 2 classic players playing them as well.
There's
on top. I'm not sure.
There's also 3 heroes starting off bottom. They want to see where the Chen is, and then CM is going to TP to the lane where the Chen is if needed. Phoenix is bottom, so GH gonna look to TP top. And on the side of Miracle top lane, he actually blocked a lot so he can try and get level 2 right away. We did not allow him to do that.
Fly. He might just lose his life here. The right clicks come through and they bring him down. That'll be a first blood straight off the bat. Nigma catch him out and they get the kill on to the Phoenix.
Yeah, it looks like Kuro is just going to TP top. CM completely out of mana after getting that first blood onto the Phoenix. Will not be a lot of help to the Morphling. That's a pretty good start for Nigma, just like that. It was Nature's Prophet, Mind Control, also gained that kill, so it's going to get a lot of early game stats coming out. Wraith, and that's his choice.
Interesting. Wants the extra damage, wants the extra stats in the lane just to try and bully V-Tune as much as physically possible. Very clear aim. Meanwhile, mid lane, we're getting pretty low to the raises of Iceberg, but Iceberg out of mana, so can't finish the job. Just a bit of harassment, just giving his pickle a bit of a tickle. Nothing more than that.
Yeah, actually, SF got pretty significant buff, not because of Shard, but because of his level 1 raise, only costing 75 mana. Previously costing 90 mana. Quite significant, as Shadow Fiend level 1 needs to spam a lot of raises just to get to that level 2 without getting too many creeps denied.
That's going to be a pretty critical difference, actually, when it comes to just these early laning phases and trying to get a couple of creeps in pre-Necromastery right-click damage. Yeah, we're going to be happy about that. Meanwhile, down the bottom lane, a bit of harassment being thrown in the way of V2. It's all good, though. There's a lot of damage between these 2. Nature's Prophet with these treants do a lot of work. We're expecting V-Tune to retreat to the jungle relatively early here. Oh, Phoenix doesn't have an Icarus dive, doesn't even have level 2 yet, and the body block's coming in from Mind Control. They're going to get the kill. Down goes the Phoenix again in the bottom lane. Oh dear, V-Tune left alone once more. Meanwhile, up at top, Kuro being pretty followed here as Miracle jumps on through, kills off the creep. Just wants to get rid of RodjER's little annoying harpy. So that's taking a lot of damage from General in the process as well. Just trading some spells, trading some hits. Nothing really happening up here in the top lane.
Yeah, Miracle is so happy in this lane. He's level 3. He's got still a decent amount of sustain. Lane enemy is a Chen that can't really have a lot of kill threat onto Morphling. General is the one who's being pressured up at the moment. He does pretty good denies because of the first wave. The lane's only going to get harder for him.
Yeah, it's the pressure's going to start to mount up. That's when things start to get ugly. Luckily, I mean, there's a lot of jungling potential on both teams. Both teams are going to be able to go very happily from like level 4 onwards, pretty much. So.
We is having so much pressure. Constantly low HP, but so is Iceberg. You know, Iceberg has an empty bottle now. Oh, here it is. We's fight for the kill.
They jump in, cold snap, the MP, the tornado is going to be enough to bring down Iceberg. A couple more right clicks will be required, and he's not going to find it. There's also a ghost chasing at Wii right now. I don't think he's going to be in too much trouble. He's got a fairy fire as well, but it is going to be super annoying as it slows him down.
Oh, regen bottom.
It's going to get the regen deny as well, isn't it? Oh, no. We are so mad. He's just like, oh, God.
That was huge. That regen. Get it. And now the Shadow Fiend is going to mid. Can't bring him. So actually, because of this new Pen just being a passive, very possible players are just early. Does provide a lot of potential damage output.
Yeah, that's true.
No need for that divine favor.
Yeah, Penitence is a very underrated spell. Sometimes you don't even notice it, but
yeah.
Man, it really packs a punch.
18% attack speed to everyone that target. That's a lot. Even level 1.
These heroes which is like to sit on the front line or be a bit more aggressive, and then Mayhem's got to rethink when there's a Chen in the game. As Wii goes down in the middle lane solo to Iceberg. Let's call it out.
Yep. Invoker.
Top lane, they're going to get the kill onto Kuro. General's going to go down in response though, as Miracle gets himself in and gets himself the kill. Pretty good trade, I would say, from Nigma, especially as Miracle gets all that lovely, lovely solo XP.
Definitely. The big concern though is Iceberg getting that solo kill onto the Invoker. Now level 6.5, 1 level ahead of Wii at the moment. I mean, that's what happens when the enemy hero goes back to base, heals up, and you don't get your regen. He was just sitting there with like 300 HP, getting pressured.
Mind Control taking some hits here from ALWAYSWANNAFLY, just sits on top of him with these fire spirits, and Mind Control's are going to piece out, TP back to base, and then teleport back in with the teleportation.
Got that power treads. So, D-Tune surprisingly doing very well at this lane, although ALWAYSWANNAFLY died twice and left him all by himself.
Yeah, he hasn't had a bad time at all. This Drow's able to just kind of
mid lane
back. In again, onto Iceberg. They boost the job. In comes Mind Control with the dust, with the trees. There's enough damage though. Iceberg is going to get away on 30 HP. They can't finish the job. Gets himself out. Meanwhile, Kuro dies up in the top lane. ALWAYSWANNAFLY sticking around for rather a long time here, and now the tree's off cooldown once again. Their attack speed very slowed by the fire spirits. Is it going to make a difference? No, it's not, as a cold snap comes through, and they will at least be able to kill off the Phoenix. A consolation prize, but not who they wanted at all.
Definitely, that was a big kill onto Iceberg. He's level 7. ALWAYSWANNAFLY coming in clutch with that dive, just slowing down the Invoker and the Nature's Prophet. He died because he had to use a dive, right, to save Iceberg. Still, very good play from ALWAYSWANNAFLY.
Very much worth it. Every time Iceberg comes back to this middle lane, Wii is just constantly spamming out the MP onto him. Just wants to try and take away his mana, stop him being able to jungle as easily. That's his purpose. Meanwhile, bottom.
First line of
tune. He's getting wrapped around upon. Going for the TP out. It has been pinged though. Kuro finds him, drops down the fire blast, and now V-Tune is in a whole world of hurt. No one coming to help out this Drow Ranger. V-Tune is just going to get run down as the frostbite comes through. Desperately goes for a last hit. Won't even take the range creep. And that is V-Tune dying a sad, sad death in the bottom lane.
Very sad death because he doesn't have a TP anymore to come back bottom. This tower is going to be under a lot of pressure. They're already pinging this out on the side of Navi. They're like, guys, what are we going to do about this? Are we going to give this up?
Miracle, yeah. He's going to come out. He's got the strength morph going.
No,
RodjER, so much attack speed with the penitence. It is going to be enough to bring him down.
Wow,
2 points in penitence is pretty damn good.
Yeah, 60 attack speed for everyone. That was a lot of damage. That was a 2,000 HP morph lane that they were just able to bring down.
Beat him up.
Yeah, this penitence build. I think this is the future of Chen.
New meta.
Future, and he has a medallion too.
You can get here first, folks. That medallion is just such a nice budget amplification. Run heroes down. That's certainly what we're seeing. Meanwhile, GH is going to get killed off by Iceberg. Dared to go for the power rune. And Iceberg's going to be able to claim himself that little freebie. Man, the Shadow Fiend is kind of taken off in this middle lane. They failed to gank him.
Yes.
He's got himself a couple of kills now as well. Iceberg's going to be very, very scary and rushing the boots of travel as well to get around the map faster.
So fast. They're running up to V2.
E-Tune, he's going to tank the gang for Iceberg. Iceberg, though, going to slow down the Requiem, and now with the Arena coming down as well. Nigma, they're getting wrecked. They're going to lose Miracle, and now they move into Mind Control as well. Mind Control's going to lose his life as a secondary kill. KuroKy gets swooped upon by ALWAYSWANNAFLY. He will fall to the Spear of General. 3 heroes down the middle lane. A great response from NAVI, not willing to let them take down their drought again.
Oh my goodness, that Requiem into the arena. That's what we're going to be seeing a lot in this game. Nigma, they thought they were going for that unpredictable early game play with Morphling TPing middle, Nature's Prophet collapsing onto B2, but that was the perfect bait target, dangling that carry.
It's beautiful. Look at RodjER in the top lane. Nature's Prophet comes in and RodjER just like, what up? My boys want to say hello to you. Drops a penitence, drops a medallion, chases mind control. Mind control's just kind of confused at this point. RodjER's trying to run away. Won't get the kill, I don't think, but I say that a spear comes through from the sidelines. General says, what's up, and takes the kill. Well, actually gives it to RodjER.
SF is here too.
To travel onto the Chen creeps. Hello, Iceberg. He wants to join in this party. Kuro's going to turn around, drop down the stun. General, he's got another spear. Can he find the target? Nice dodge out from Kuro, but unfortunately he's taken too much damage from Iceberg in the process and will lose his life now. Tornado with the EMP coming out from Wee, chasing General back, zoning out these NAVI heroes. But NAVI, this laning phase, they're looking awfully good right now, doubling up on the kill count of Team Nigma, and also with a 2k gold advantage, and this Shadow Fiend well ahead of anybody else in the game right now.
Icebergs constantly shove lanes out, help his allies if ever a fight breaks out. Mars is feeling great. RodjER is level 7.5. You know, making his way towards a mech now after that medallion. You saw him. He can solo up mind control, no problem. He's also out leveling mind control at the moment.
Jesus.
And we
RodjER. He's ahead of the Invoker. The net worth.
Yes.
What?
I mean, this is crazy. Like, RodjER has just had such a great time. The penitence and getting that kill onto the Morphling in the top lane just gave him so much space to just farm up. And General also creating plenty of opportunities with his TP plays. The arena. Nigma though, they need to.
What do they need?
Definitely, they need to do something. Like this first place we talked about at the start of the game. They had to kill Shadow Fiend with the Nature's Prophet TPing in. They missed 2 kills onto him. The solo one and then the NP. To see how far ahead the Iceberg is, they gotta make some. They gotta make some smoke. Maybe get a kill onto this General top lane or even the Chen. Get something rolling.
Something, anything, get some kills in the bag, start the turnaround, because their net worth loss has doubled in the past couple of minutes. And now they're going to try and make this play. We leading the charge. Unfortunately, no charges on that earn, so I feel great. Looks like General has read them. He's going for the TP away. Is he going to make it?
Wow.
I think it is. I see it at the last minute, but it's too late. They find nothing on Nigma. Now they'll run it back to mid, but NAVI are very much waiting in this middle lane. They are baiting with their drought. They go into this, they could be in some trouble. Tornado, EMP, it's coming from Wee. Are they going to follow up though? Looks like they are, and ALWAYSWANNAFLY is going to fly on through. He's got himself a supernova to chase them back if needs be along with that arena. Nigma, no, they can't fight into this, so they're going to chill themselves out.
Okay, at least Nigma gets some space for mind control and miracles to just farm up. But NAVI though, they're farming super fast. Nobody in this game who can farm faster than Iceberg. That's a bit concerning. He's almost got that Yules. Just 100 gold, less than that. Yeah.
What a bounty!
Got it. So he can pretty much solo kill mind control whenever he sees him. Just Yules, ulti. Mind control's gonna be a little bit afraid of that. Going for an Ags build. Whoa, when was the last time we've seen this? But it's because of the new effect, right? It entangles heroes.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard it's pretty good, but Iceberg wrapping around upon mind control. He could be in some trouble. The ultimate threatened through, and Iceberg's going to be able to tear through the Nature's Prophet. Good night, Prophet. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they get a return kill onto RodjER at the very least. GH and Wee looks like they were able to bring him down, but the solo kill from Iceberg, I mean, that is exactly what you want to happen when you pick up this Yules.
Keep on building on his advantage. They do get RodjER, but the creeps did not die, so the Chen is not going to have to spend any time collecting his creeps once again. Go back, farm, or try to play on the mid tower now. I mean, NAVI are very happy to just farm. Not really worried at them. That being said, though, they will need to make some plays once Mars or Jaw finishes their first item.
Yeah, exactly. They're happy to kind of play it slow and let SF make these plays and play behind him. And then as they hit the item timings, they'll look to group up. And I'm fairly sure Nigma have to be trying to make some plays before that happened. We at the mid. B always going to cast a tornado, but immediate jump in from ALWAYSWANNAFLY. Coming across, getting the vision on the high ground. Instead, well, they look towards Kuro. In they go with the Shadow Rays, with the damage from the Drow, and they will be able to take him down pretty damn quickly. See you later, Ogre. Magi. Could have been worse, but at the same time, I think they're going to lose a tower here as well. GH doing what he can to take down these creeps, but doesn't want to get too close and risk himself dying for Yules or something like that, so has to keep himself back. General is looking to snipe around the side with his Invis rune as well. GH realizing and hiding in the tree line. Should be okay, but this is a tower falling for NAVI. They take another tower in this game. A second tier 1 and opening up the map a lot for themselves. This is going to start to feel real comfy for Miracle as lots of heroes on both sides of the game start to ebb closer to him. And that's exactly what NAVI do. They move into this triangle.
Comfy or uncomfy for Miracle?
Well, comfy in a way that you got a lot of people snuggled up close to you, but probably not the people you want snuggled up close to you. Like a packed train at rush hour.
I think the Shadow Fiend would like to give a nice big hug to Miracle.
Exactly that.
That's for sure. We found ALWAYSWANNAFLY.
Okay. So NAVI actually back themselves away. Nigma see that and immediately make the jump. They find those heroes lagging behind, and that's something.
And a courier.
That's something.
That is something. Like these are the small things that they need to do, right? It's like game number 2 pretty much. They just delay the game, keep delaying it, let Miracle get his items, and eventually they just start picking off Navi one by one. And that's Navi's problem right now. Their catch isn't absolute best at the moment. Like Mars is going for a Yules. SF also going for Yules. Mediate blink play. So able to still get these lanes out and buy enough time for Miracle get his items.
Yules out. Also Crystal Maiden. Arena comes down as well. General just wants to try and bring down GH for the easy freebie. Won't be able to finish the job though, as GH now turns around with a Frostbite and controls up General. The team of NAVI are nowhere to be seen. They're just going to let General fall, get themselves away. That is a very interesting play. I thought that there would be some backup there. I thought someone could come in and help him, but they seem pretty scared.
They're going to take the mid tower now too.
Yeah,
it's a big opening. Iceberg, he's trying to make a play on bottom though. That's why he's not defending mid right here. He wants to get this Yules. That he just TP's back mid.
Ooh, jumping onto mind control here though. Wow, that is a lot of damage coming out from Iceberg and Shadow Fiend. Their auras are comboing up together beautifully and shredding poor old mind control and defending the middle tier 1 tower in the process. Left with 187 HP. Not in deniable range, but still alive for NAVI.
That a Roshan play here? That's what it's looking like. They're going to get the D-Ward too.
Let's see, max confidence into Roche with the presence of the Dark Lord at level 3.
They broke it.
In we go. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, this Roshan's going pretty damn quickly. There is no chance for Nigma to respond to this one. GH is just farming nearby with his freezing field as Roshan will fall and V-Tune picks up that agent. Scary stuff.
Huh, V-Tune got it, not Iceberg. Iceberg has a BKB? Where did this guy get all these items from? Jules BKB 17 minutes into the game. Now he's going for the blink. Does not want to throw away his life, considering he is 8-0. Normally we see Yules into BKB, blink after the Yules, but going for that safety item first. Make sure that he doesn't die randomly while making the plays.
Yep, I like it a lot.
Okay, getting out of bottom, he's gonna get Yules.
The Yules. Doesn't quite see him in time. The tree just about covering his TP away. Grove Bow. Could be good for Iceberg, could be good for Drow. I imagine the Drow's going to...
Oh, definitely. Yeah, Drow wants that. Most definitely want.
Haste.
Range is quite nice now. Nigma, they've done a good job at plateauing this gold lead. I mean, the Roshan being in Navi's hands is pretty scary. And Iceberg's going to rock up this high ground. Kuro immediately stuns him. GH comes in as well, but he has got this BKB, which he can pop whenever he feels like it, as Wee comes in from the side, stuns up V-Tune, trying to bring him down. And this is just some poking once again.
Oh, yeah, that was actually 2 fights happening at the same time. General actually managed to find Miracle, Yod up, pinned him to the wall without the Strength Morph, but there just wasn't any damage available. Shadow Fiend was on the left side. Not there to help General get that big kill onto the position 1.
Yeah, V-Tune and Iceberg were busy doing other things, fighting up with some other heroes. They might be looking for Iceberg here, but this guy's got a BKB. Not an easy target to bring down in the slightest, so he's going to
want to maybe at least force it.
Yeah, be good, but risky.
Dire's turret has been killed.
Yeah, actually this... There we go.
All right,
we're gonna have the BKB here.
Spirit Vessel. That's a lot of damage onto Iceberg. He will now pop the BKB and turns around. Ulti Evoker. Ulti gets popped. The Fear as well. Is it gonna be enough damage? He actually misses one of the raises. We gets away. That is very, very fortunate for Weeha that he survives that one. Very risky play.
Not only fortunate, but they forced out the Requiem now.
Yeah.
That's 90 seconds. He doesn't have that available, and Nigma are going to feel very happy, but Navi are still smoking. What is going on? Is this something that you want to do without your Requiem or the
Radiant's
BKB?
top tower has fallen.
I'm not sure, but
it is a bit unpredictable.
Doing. It is.
It is a bit unpredictable, though. That is what they have going for them.
Cross. Trying to dodge this Navi squad.
Bounty was taken.
Has been killed.
That's a courier with the Quicksilver Amulet and an Ogre Axe on it. About that one at all. Bit of tankiness down the drain, and that neutral item he probably wanted pretty badly.
Jaw Ranger chilling down here in this triangle area, pretty much taking all the farm Aegis, making sure that Miracle doesn't have any access to Ancients at all. That's gonna make Miracle a little bit sad. Every carry is always sad when they can't hit Ancients. On both sides.
Sucks as well not being able to get the neutral items out sometimes when you're like too short of your neutrals and you're just like, I could really use this cool neutral item. But you can't get to your Ancients, and they just don't seem to drop on the smaller counters easily.
Tier 2 tower bottom.
Tier 2s. RodjER going to come in as well.
That's
but then creep army arrives.
They should be able to get this tower. Mind Control's courier also died, so it's been like he has not been able to get this Aghanims for a while now.
Full Ags on it. Jesus.
Yep.
That's costly.
That also drops the Wrath of Nature cooldown down to 60 seconds, which is amazing. Lets them like push the lanes out.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Indeed, but they will take down the tower. First tier 2 of the game dropped by Na'Vi here at bottom, utilizing V-Tune's strengths and the Aegis to secure this one. But the Aegis will be running out in 30 seconds. Nigma, they haven't lost too much in the time this Aegis has been up. Just a singular tower. I think they'll be okay with that. And now they can probably look for a counterplay, I would imagine, once they have the Aegis reclaimed. But I think Miracle wants a BKB first. Doesn't want to fall victim to the Shadow Fiend's shenanigans.
Definitely not. That is the only way you're really gonna die. Unless you get pinned by the Mars without getting it off.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Guardy queued up next for Miracle. What are we expecting Iceberg to go into as his next item?
I don't think he knows right now, because he feels great. He's got Blink, BKB, Yos, like he has everything he really needs. He's just looking for picks at the moment. Possible Kaya Sanj or like Yasha Sanj? I don't know. Kaya seems... A Shard? No, I don't think Shard is that good.
No?
If ever, you might just go for like Aghanims or something. But the Shard is only, what, 15% spell amp. Doesn't really need that.
True. True. That's not that cool. It's all about just getting in, disrupting, and messing up with these fights as much as possible. Getting these raises stacked up.
Dire's top tower
The BKB and the Fear is very important inside the arena as well. But it's a combo we haven't seen in a while. But that's just because Nigma's been avoiding fights. They've just been moving around the map, not really looking for engagements. But in comes Iceberg onto the Morphling. But he managed to get the Strength Morph off in time, but it doesn't matter. He obliterates him anyway. Oh no, he is gone.
Dude, that was damn aggressive.
Radiant's bottom
General Iceberg just bossed right in there. He had no fear of anything with that BKB. Oh, wow.
A homing missile just obliterates the poor guy. He got the strength morph off as well. He didn't deserve that. He pressed the button in time, but the button was not enough. Now with 20 seconds left in this morphling. Yeah, that is insane.
TP's bottom with the Arcane Rune. Now he can TP back top. He also has a Requiem up in 30 seconds.
And he goes again, looking for another target. Sees GH, no BKB. He's getting beaten down pretty badly. Gonna have to throw down the Supernova coming in as well. Iceberg being kept alive. The Essence Ring keeping him in this fight. Now the BKB's off cooldown. They've lost Kuro and Wee to the Supernova and Arena combination, and now they're battering away at the tier 3 tower. NAVI beaten down on Nigma's base. The buybacks coming out en masse by Nigma. Another smoke out from NAVI to try and get the whole team away. They don't want to leave any soldier behind here. They want to get themselves out cleanly, and this is a big strike into the hearts of Nigma. They're going to struggle to come back from this one.
They are. That is how you build a gold lead. Make the plays, get the kills, force them to buy back, control the map once again, farm everything out. Nature's Prophet was able to push up bottom, buy a little bit more time. But, dude, that was so close from Iceberg to just dying there. He went in without his BKB up, and they almost finished him off. Sliver of HP before Chen managed to get some heals.
Yeah. It's very close.
I was worried for him.
Chen heals along with the Essence Ring. It was just not.
Oh, they found Wee.
Uh-oh. This isn't a hero who can die right now, but I don't think he's got a choice. He will drop, and that's an Invoker dead once again. And he is firmly below RodjER in the net worth count now as well. Chen is an absolute boss. This is why you ban Chen versus NAVI, but they decide to ban the Doom this time. Maybe they might be regretting it.
Getting caught up. He dead.
Goodbye. The Drow.
Iceberg.
The SF.
He has a full Hex, by the way.
Oh.
That's his item of choice. Get some more catch.
Cool. Arena coming down in the middle lane as they try to go into the morphing. He does get off the strength morph. Doesn't have the wave form available right now, but he's just going to try and walk himself away. The BKB is available. Should he use it, but he doesn't do it in time. Another Hex comes down along with the Requiem once again, evaporating this poor puddle of water. Miracle falls once more, and Kuro's going to get surrounded by NAVI heroes. They are snowballing the hell out of this game. Nigma, is there any kind of defense they can muster here? V-Tune, he's just rocking up the high ground and hidden on the barracks. GH can't really do much about this. Goodness me. Iceberg TP's in, joins in the Drow Ranger. That Aghanim's ult from Nature's Prophet not feeling very potent currently.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Not against this massive bulking Shadow Fiend. He comes smashing through the Radiant base. All these auras, all these buffs, making these heroes on the side of NAVI so undefeatable. 20 seconds
Wants
to
some kills right now. I think they still want some kills on Iceberg. He's got the blink, he's got the Hex. There it is.
Yeah, but that's oh my god. She's got smashed. Poor little Crystal Maiden. The Maiden no longer. As they start smashing away at the middle barracks now as well. There is no tier 2 at bottom. This could be Megas for NAVI. 45 seconds till GH is back in the game. Oh no. Is there anything they can do? Well, I think we're about to find out. Is there anything they can do? Iceberg could just roll forwards, get another Hex onto Wee. Miracle going to try and jump in, pop the BKB, but it's not going to be enough to save the Evoker. He's gone for the count. Out of the engagement. Kuro's going to fall as well. Miracle with the BKB can't do anything into the Supernova. They'll turn around. They'll deal with mind control easily, and that is going to be it. GG. Called by Nigma. NAVI will be heading to the grand finals to face off versus OG. And they do it on the backs of a spectacular Shadow Fiend performance from this from NAVI. They absolutely smashed them.
They did. I mean, at the pre-game draft, you were asking like who's favored. There was two options, right? Nigma, either with this last pick, Nature's Prophet, they have to shut down the Shadow Fiend, get 1 or 2 kills onto him, let Wee be the one who's snowballing, or Navi is gonna take like a 20-minute. That's kind of just what happened. Iceberg, he just had an amazing situation. You picked his Nature's Prophet because you don't want to pick a melee hero against Drow, but you also picked his Nature's Prophet to try to punish the Shadow Fiend, and it just didn't work out for Nigma in the end. Morphling, you know, he did his job, he farmed up, but the Shadow Fiend just absolutely rolled this match. RodjER, he provided so much pressure onto these towers where allowed his team to take those. V-Tune was actually like a bait